is Weichert Realty, what we'll go to after the.
You're watching Grizzly TV.
Weichert Realtors The Griffin Company provides an extraordinary real estate experience for both clients and agents. Now with offices in Bentonville, Springdale, Fayetteville, and Fort Smith, they proudly offer clients and customers the expertise you need when buying or selling. From contract to closing, their realtors are equipped with the knowledge and resources to ensure a smooth transaction start to finish. Visit them at 3920 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith or online at WeichertFortSmith.com. Experience the Weichert difference.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Mayo Thompson Stadium. I'm Buzz Sawyer, alongside the Fort Smith Athletic Director, Michael Beaumont. I like to call him Coach. Coach Beaumont, as we stand in this beautiful press box, the Bill Stansel Memorial Press Box, I guess really the word that comes to me is thankful.
Well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't too many months ago now, Buzz. I wasn't sure that we would get to this point. But I love seeing these kids out here in cheerleading outfits, and I see the bands, and I see football players. Here we go. It's game time.
Coach, a month ago, I'd have bet 100 against $1 this wouldn't happen.
I was a little bit worried myself, but we knew that if we keep plodding along, keep doing the things that we were supposed to do, listening to the governor, following the Department of Health, we had a chance. And so far, hey, we're in there. Let's go.
Well, Coach, it's the Battle of Rogers Avenue. Grizzlies are on a 4-year winning streak. Nothing they'd like better to continue it on, get that 5th game. Mavericks have a new coach. You're the hire. What do you think about him, Coach?
You know what? I like both teams.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm hoping tonight for a 0-0 tie, and I'm going to be excited about how they finish. But more importantly, what I really like to see is just the competition. You know, it's just great. It's great to see them competing, and it's so big for this community and this town, so it makes it exciting all the way around.
Exactly right. And, you know, it doesn't take much to get these teams up to play each other, so it doesn't matter if it's the last game of the season, and usually if it's the last game of the season, it determines a playoff spot. If anything, it's going to be pride. Being the first game of the season, they're in 2 different conferences. Doesn't matter. It's the Battle of Rogers Avenue.
Yeah, there's no question about it. If you can't get up and excited for this one, first game of the year, your hometown rival, this is it. This is it.
Coach, it's been tough. You know, been going through a pandemic, and Every day was touch and go. We really didn't know what we had to deal with and if we'd ever really get to this point. And then on top of that, they throw a hurricane in on us.
No question about it, Buzz. It doesn't matter. Now, you know, as part of being in sports and athletics, all we do is preach about overcoming adversity, fighting through anything that comes your way. Hey, sometimes you're going to get a turnover. Sometimes you'll have a fumble, an interception. It don't matter. You got to keep going forward.
Well, Coach, when I talked to you the other night, I said, hey, we're going to do it. We're going to postpone it. We're going to play Friday. What are you going to do? He said, hey, when you get to the two-yard line, you got to find out what you're made of.
That's right. This game right here is such a special game that you can learn more about yourself on the 2-yard line than you can anywhere in life. And so here we go.
Well, Coach, this is in your second year now. How do you feel about your job? Have you gotten used to it, or do you get different curves every day?
It's full speed, but, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. And mainly, Buzz, I work for a lot of great people, and I work with a lot of great people. And so but in my office, these staffs, these kids, my principals, I mean, this is a great place to be.
Well, Coach, we're sure happy to have you, and we appreciate everything you do. I know you're always running, you're always moving. Thank you for what you do for the city of Fort Smith, and big game tonight. And if you were going to bet a tank of gas on it, who are you picking?
Tonight, I am going to bet against the Hurricane. Hurricane won't beat us tonight. We're going to win.
Well, I see how you're getting out of this.
That's right.
All good. I appreciate, the way you're kind of slithering around a little bit trying to get out of it. I'm going to have to pull for the Bears.
I figured that, and I can tell by your outfit, but I'm going to go with my favorite team that I wear on my sleeves. And so I got this team, and I got this team. You can't lose as long as you're – Why
don't you turn that way just a little bit, all right? Well, Coach, thank you for coming in. I know you're busy, and you had some big plans for tonight, and there was going to be a surprise, and we're not going to be able to see that. But I don't know if you want to kind of let the cat out of the bag, what was going to happen.
We were hoping that we were going to have a helicopter drop in the game ball, and we had plans for fireworks. I mean, we had such big plans of what we want this game to become, and all we're doing is just postponing. It's going to be as big as it can possibly be, but the show belongs to that man down there and then that man over there, and they're going to be wearing Mavericks and Grizzlies. They're going to put on the show tonight.
Well, it's going to be a good show, and like I said, it doesn't matter if it's the first game, it's the last game. They're going to want to get out of here with the win. Bears on a 4-game win streak. I'd like to see that continue. Coach, thanks for everything you do. I'm going to let you get back to your festivities.
Yes, sir.
You definitely made time for us, and I've been bugging you all week trying to get ready for it. You give me good parking places. You let me get my tent, get my sandbags and all that. So thank you so much for what you provide for this city.
Yes, sir.
You've been listening to Michael Beaumont, Athletic Director of Fort Smith. We're going to take a break and be back with the Mike Fleur Coaches Show right after this.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
Now is the time. It's the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. During the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. The time is now at J. Pauley Toyota. Get 0% for 72 months. J. Pauley Toyota, I-540 and 0, Fort Smith.
Welcome to the Northside Grizzly Coaches Show. Now, here's Buzz with Coach Mike Fleur.
Hello, everyone, and a very pleasant good evening to you as we welcome you inside Sam's Southern Eatery for the live Mike Fleur Coaches Show. I'm Buzz Sawyer alongside Grizzly head football coach Mike Fleur, and I know Mike wants to join me in saying thank you to Sam's for letting us come here, broadcast our show. The food is awesome. You've already sampled that. I've got that to look forward to, and they are famous for their jumbo shrimp, and I think that's what you had, isn't it?
It was very good. You're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to. You still got a couple left. No, they're right over your right shoulder.
That's correct.
Okay, so if Coach Curry, which is sitting pretty close to it, he might want to slip you one.
Or he can have,
have one. That's very generous of you.
So.
All right, let's talk a little football, Coach. 3-7 last year. A lot of good players. Lost a lot of good players. 4 games, we were in it right till the end. You never know. You could be stacked as a football team, but that ball has to bounce the right way.
Well, I don't know that I would use the word that we were stacked, but you're right. We had 4 football games that we should have won that we lost in the last quarter, some of them in the last seconds because we didn't finish the game. And so hopefully these guys coming back remember that and know that we've got to play for 4 quarters and take care of our business.
That was my next question. So you have a year like that. These kids that are coming back this year, hopefully those are lessons learned that you got to finish the game.
Yeah, and and it's been a weird year. Normally you take care of a lot of that in off season, and off season was cut short because of the pandemic, and then you get to go through spring practice and all your summer stuff, and we didn't get to do any of that. So hopefully though we've reminded them as we've gone through about we're assured one game, and that's Thursday night, and after that who knows what's going to happen. So go out there, give it your best effort every time you walk out. And Thursday's our first, and who knows if it's our last. So let's play the way we're capable of playing.
I guess if you were going to have to pick a game this year that it was just going to be one game, this would be it.
Yeah, I mean if you're going to play, if it ends up being one, this would be the one that you would want to. So hopefully it won't be. We've got to do a good job of doing our part of wearing our mask and social distancing and doing those things, which our kids have done a good job with that so far.
And normally you and I sit a lot closer together. But it's not that we don't like each other. We are trying to abide by the rules and do the very best we can. Coach, let's talk about the pandemic a little bit because that has changed almost everything. This summer, it was touch and go. You had no idea. Are we going to play? Are we not going to play? And again, like you and I are talking right now, this could be the one and only game that we do get to play. But how have you had to prepare? What all has it changed?
Well, we started back in June where we didn't know if we were going to be able to start, and they made an announcement that we could start working out, but you couldn't wear helmets. You couldn't do any one-on-one type stuff, any team stuff. So we went all summer doing that. And then we went right up to the last Friday before August 3rd, whether we were going to get to start practice, and then the next Friday if we were going to get to go to pads, and then the next Friday if we were going to get to scrimmage. So it's just totally been different the whole way through. So, but again, our coaches have done a great job kind of adapting to that, and then our players have done a good job with that.
Well, speaking of coaches, big changes this year.
Yeah, we lost Rusty Bush. Came the head coach at Alma, Arkansas, and so we're proud for Rusty. And then I went out and looked for the best coach that I could find, regardless of what position he coached. And I've watched Coach Kendrick for several years at Charleston, and really liked the way he coached and what he did. And so when Rusty got the job, I went after Greg. And so when I did that, I had to make some changes on our staff and move some people around, and they've all done a great job at their new positions, and I think everybody's happy that Greg's with us.
Well, let's talk a little bit about those changes. Ted Neal, who he's your running back coach now. Was he a linebacker coach?
He was our outside linebacker coach
year.
for 7 years, and I moved him to the offensive side. Ed Hansen was our running back coach, and I moved him to defensive line. Coach Frazier, who'd been our quarterback and offense coordinator, I moved him to outside linebackers, and then Coach Solly moved back to linebackers to take Coach Bush's place.
So Coach Bracken's still in the same role with the receivers?
Still our receiver coach. David Little's still doing offensive line, and then Coach Curry, defensive coordinator, and the secondary coach.
And we'll get an opportunity to talk to Coach Curry, your defensive coordinator, here a little bit later in the program. Coach, Southside. Battle of Rogers Avenue. Normally you have to wait to the end of the year to get it. A lot of times it determines a playoff spot or just pride. Last year it was pride. It all came together for us last year. Another big win. You're on a 4-0 roll right now. I know that feels good to you and these players. And there were kids that played that got to go 3 years. Jackson King, James Clayton, Monte Parks, a lot of those kids got to go all the way through their Northside career, never got beat. This is big for these kids.
Yeah, this group of seniors, they're in the same predicament as the last two. I mean, they've not lost to them in a JV game. They've not lost to them in a varsity game. And, if you go back and look, and this will be the first group in many years that have a chance to win 5 in a row. Mm-hmm. So I hope they understand the work and the pain that some of those guys went through to get to this, and then they're ready to go when we step out there.
Regardless of who that first team is that you play, you really don't have any film on them. They've got a brand new coach. How do you prepare for somebody that you really don't know what they're going to come at you with?
Well, we watched them scrimmage Alma, and they're like us. We showed very little in your scrimmage, so we have to prepare for what they did show, and then you kind of snoop around and see what Coach Dameron's known for in the college ranks, and you prepare for an even front and odd front. You show them stunts that you know that people run, and you just have to get into the game and adjust as you go through it.
Any predictions, Coach?
No, I won't make any
Won't
predictions.
go that way.
No.
You and I have talked about preseason rankings and whether they're accurate or they're not accurate. Hooten's always comes out with what they perceive as number 1 down to number 8. They got us, number 7?
In the conference.
In the
that's
conference.
correct.
And I think the Little Rock Southwest is 8, and that's because they're a brand new school. Don't you like being in that situation?
Oh, yeah, I would much rather be on the lower end and work our way up than on the top end and go down. So,
well, let's talk about the schedule just for a second. Southside's first. If we're able to continue on with the season, Greenwood next, and then we have Harbor, and then we have Bryant. It's fun being in the SEC, I'm sorry, not the SEC.
kind of wonder what dummy made that schedule, but that's part of the respect of our football program. When you start looking for games, 4 or 5 years ago, just about anybody would play us. Now, they won't. We had Van Buren on there for 3 or 4 years and supposed to play him again. Well, they changed coaches and, he dropped us from the schedule. So it is what it is. Our kids are excited. They're going to line up and play against whoever we play every week, and they better because they're going to play quality football teams starting week 1 through week 10.
Yeah, you're going to have to stay on your toes the entire season, but you're a Grizzly.
That's right.
You're in the 7A Central. I don't think there's a tougher conference in Arkansas. Every week you're going to have to face somebody different. After Bryant, you're talking about North Little Rock, Conway, Cabot, and we do a lot of traveling this year too.
Yeah, this is our big travel year. We'll go to Central Arkansas 4 times. So, and traditionally, those are the years we've really done good. So hopefully that'll continue.
Well, Coach, I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
This is an important game for all of us. I'm an ex-Grizzly. That Battle of Rogers Avenue is extremely important to me. It's something you carried around for the rest of your life, and I'll carry it for the rest of mine. And these young men, it'll be something they remember from now on. So we'd love to keep it going where we can get these kids graduated, where they never had to accept a defeat from the other side of town. And so appreciate how you have prepared these kids. And I know it's been tough going through what you've had to go through, but you've got some kids that's some playmakers and have a lot of heart. I've been watching the practices, and I'll tell you what, yesterday I about burned up.
Yeah, it was really the first time we got out in the real heat. And, on that turf, whatever the temperature is, you can add another 10, 15 degrees. It was hot.
And you invite me to the practice, and I appreciate that. And you told me 6 a.m. this morning, and I showed up.
I was a little shocked.
Well, I was there. It looked like a good practice. And what's tomorrow? Walk through,
go through, final mental preparation and get them out of there so they get hopefully a good night's rest and ready to go.
Coach, you've lined up a good program for us tonight. We have a couple of offensive players, a couple of defensive players. You got your defensive coordinator, Felix Curry. He's going to come on next. So stay with us and join us as Felix comes on. We're going to take a break and be back right after this word from Air Compressor Equipment Company.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Welcome back to Sam's Southern Eatery. We are live, the Mike Fleur Coaches Show, and he has lined up Coach Felix Curry, the defensive coordinator. And, Coach, and I've known you for a long time. I've gotten to watch a lot of your success with these kids, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. This is your 8th year.
Yes.
And I know you get excited every year, and I love talking to you because I think, first of all, our birthday's on the same day. We got a lot in common to start with.
That's right.
So you're a lot younger than I am. I will say that. What, a year or two, 10, something like that?
3 or 4 maybe.
But anyway, Coach, I do appreciate your enthusiasm and what you do for these kids. Things have changed a little bit since last year, and I know you're having to deal with the pandemic just like all the other coaches are, and how you prepare for it. What, with the coaching changes, now that Solly is a linebacker coach, he's not a defensive line coach. You got Ted Neal there. Coach Bush is gone. How have you had to adapt to that?
Well, the great thing is Coach Solly, he's probably as well versed in our defense as I am, so he took upon himself to make sure Coach Hanson, who's coaching the D front, and Coach Hanson has had some experience coaching D front, he's took it upon himself to kind of work together with Coach Hanson. Then in the secondary, I work with Coach Frazier, who's the outside linebackers coach, and Frazier has a vast knowledge of the perimeter just in general by being a quarterback's coach. And so we kind of started out slow and, took our time and got those guys up to speed. And I'm surprised at how far along we've come in the little time we've had, not having spring and not having the summers.
Well, Coach, you were a defensive back when you played college ball, so it's in your DNA, man. You love those defensive backs, and I want to talk about what you do for kids that want to go to the next level. You have a lot of connections. You help those kids a lot, and you train them, and you know what it takes to get to the next level, and you see that early, and you're able to kind of key in on that. Let's talk about some of the kids that have been here and gone on to better things. Con Thomas, Trey Norwood. I'm sorry. Dre was soon to do that. You've got a lot of kids that have really done well thanks to you.
Well, it's great genetics here in Fort Smith. Keontre Thomas was the first kid that, kind of caught my eye here as a defensive back, and he came here wanting to play receiver. Right. But you got to looking at his height and all the dimensions he brought for a defensive back, and just kind of sold him on the point of, a 6-foot receiver, a dime a dozen. But you start getting that 5'11", 6 feet as a defensive back, and can move and jump the way that him and the Treys and the Montes and the Greg Washingtons. I said, man, you can help yourself out. And so he, like a lot of those other kids, bought into it.
Yeah, and I love the confidence that you instill in these kids. And I was talking to Jet Frazier, it was either today or yesterday, and I said, so, Jet, how many did Monte get last year? I said, was it 7? He goes, 8 or 9. And I said, so can we expect a little of the same? He goes, Monte who? So you instill the confidence in them. Right. It was great. Those kids, they got to have confidence. If you're going to be a defensive back, you better be able to back it up.
Yeah, I remember my first year in college, my defensive back coach said, I'm going to tell you guys the deal now. You run backwards, they run forward. The quarterback's trying to keep it from you, trying to get it to them. Every play you mess up on, most of the time it's 7. Right. And he said, now, if you want to get out of this room, you can now. So it takes a different mentality to play that. And so you have to kind of build a different confidence in them.
When I was in college, I was able to pretty much con my way in as a wide receiver till they bought in or didn't buy into what I was selling. And the first play I ran was just a fly route into man-to-man defense. And that's the first thing I noticed is he's stride for stride with me, and he's running backwards. That's right. And I'm in trouble, and I looked up, and the ball sailed over my head, and that was into my wide receiver career. But I was also talking to Ian Hardwick. He said that being a defensive back, he likes it better than quarterback.
It's the toughest position on the field.
I guarantee it is.
Yeah, it is. And Ian caught my eye last year. I looked at him. He was real rangy, agile. And I told him, I said, man, you're on the wrong side of the ball. And we're glad to have him.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. And you brought up Greg Washington and Monte Parks. And you've had a lot of them come and go, and it seems like every year there's some new ones. We're going to talk about Avante Tucker. He was defensive back last year. He's going to play receiver to start this year, but he and Dre are probably going to be able to play some defensive back too. Is that correct?
Yeah. We although we're good at defensive back,
Right.
we're thin there, so we're having to use some of the guys off the offensive side, and both Tucker and Drayton has experience playing it, and so that's where we get our depth from.
One of the coaches meeting last week, you were talking about the offense is going to score 49 a game, and Coach Kendrick replied, "You got to keep them to 3." So how's that going to hold up?
We just hope we can meet somewhere in the middle.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle, just as long as it's a victory.
That's right.
Well, we're sure looking forward to it, Coach. I asked Coach Fleur, how do you prepare for Southside with no film? And you got to see him a little bit in a scrimmage. Offensively, what do you think?
They're big up front. They're going to be sound. Every year we played Southside, they've always threw some wrinkles out there that we had to get on the sideline and adjust to. And I don't see anything any different this year. They're going to give us some things that we haven't seen, and we're going to have to adjust on the fly. And great thing about it, we have kids that you can kind of get with, and you can make those adjustments, and they can figure it out.
Well, Coach, thank you for everything you do. You're such an asset to this program, and I appreciate you spending some time with us tonight. But good luck Thursday night, and just let those Mavericks have it.
Yes, sir.
Burton Pools and Spas. Check them out on their website, burtonpools.com. See their selection of hot spring spas, doughboy pools, and in-ground selections. As always, free spa and pool water testing. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun. BurtonPools.com. Chlorine-free Backwasil pool care system. The difference is clear. BurtonPools.com. With 2 locations in Fort Smith and Springdale to serve you. BurtonPools.com.
Contemporary townhomes, luxurious apartments, and the convenience of nearby businesses. Welcome to the Hub at Providence. Providence, at its heart, the Hub is an exciting new live, work, play neighborhood, unlike any other in Chaffee Crossing or the Fort Smith metro area, and you can be a part of it if you act now. Own, rent, and work opportunities are all options as this new venture community unfolds. Visit providenceerc.com to learn more and plan your visit.
When I talked to the Sawyers about some windows and the concrete work, they showed me several different options of things that they had done, and it all looked good. I would recommend Sawyers to anyone. If they came out and looked at my concrete, they could see the quality job that Sawyers did. They were very professional and top quality. They were on time and on budget. I am 100% satisfied with the work that they've done.
Baskin-Robbins. More flavors, more fun. From single scoops to custom cakes for any occasion. Top that, Fort Smith. Try our fast and friendly folks at our drive-thru as well. Baskin-Robbins, Phoenix Avenue.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson. We are 30 minutes away from the Battles of Rogers Avenue. The record, 32-25-2. The Bears lead it. Throw it out. Doesn't matter. It's the first game of the season. This is not normal for what we've been used to for the last 40 years, but we are in different conferences this year. Southside has moved to the west. Northside stays in the central. It's going to be a battle no matter what. It doesn't matter what's on the line, but this is going to be a game. Doesn't matter about the pandemic. Doesn't matter about the hurricane. It's 2 schools going against each other. You know where I stand. I think the Bears have got a big advantage. They've got some weapons. I want to welcome my broadcast partner in, Jeff Ferris. Jeff, what is your take on this?
Well, I think we should call this a game of history. Okay, first time Northside and Southside, I think, in the history of this rivalry have played the first game of the year. It's always the last game of the year. Throw in a little bit of coronavirus, throw in a
little hurricane.
Yeah, a little hurricane in a landlocked state. And so that's the first time in history that's happened. It's the first time in history we've had a a virus like that that's just about shut everything down, which I'm glad we get to play a little football tonight. And what better way to do it than open with the Battle of Rogers Avenue, Northside and Southside.
You talk about history. You were pretty good in history.
Well, I've been history a few times.
Been history. I think we both are.
I didn't make history, but I've been history.
Well, I do. I tell you what, it seemed like yesterday we were at this game broadcasting over at Southside, and here we are again. But I tell you what, I'm just glad to be here. It's exciting. I didn't think we'd get to this point, but here we are.
Yeah, we are. Let's get ready to play, and these guys are ready to play because the way things are going, you don't know if this is going to be continued next week or not.
Last year wasn't a very good year for either team. Mm-hmm. Mavericks went 1-9. Their only win was against Heritage, who went 0-10. Grizzlies 3-7. That's not a Grizzly finish, although they did beat Southside 35-12 last game of the season. If you're going to have to win one, and that's it. That's the one you want to take.
And it's too bad this is not a conference game. I don't think that lessens the importance of that game with these kids or the coaches or the fans on either side of the football field. But it sure would be good to have both these teams in the same conference, but it's not meant to be this year. Maybe when they redo the alignment again, maybe they'll put them back in the same conference, maybe move Northside to the west. I'm sure both these schools in this town would like to see both of their teams in the 7A West.
Coach Beaumont made a hire for the Southside head coach position when Jeff Williams left and went to Pea Ridge. Hired Kim Dameron. He's got a storied history. He understands football. He's going to, he's got a lot to work with. Fort Smith has got a lot of athletes to, be something if you were able to put these two schools together, kind of like a Fayetteville or something like that. What big a power, North Little Rock, Bryant, but a power it is. But you're right. It's a historical game, and nothing that Kim Dameron wants to do more than come over here and get, the first win in Northside's field.
Well, and if he was able to do that, I really don't think he will. But if he was able to do that, that'd be the first win that Southside would have against the Grizzlies in 4 years. These guys that are seniors, they've never lost to Southside. The guys that graduated last year, they never lost to Southside.
Well, I talked to a lot of the players this week, and that was what came up. You have never lost to them. You don't want to be that first senior class to lose to them, so you got to do what you have to do. I was in that situation when I played here. We had never lost to them ever as a team, and you didn't want to be the first senior class to go down, and so we were underdogs, and we came out and played lights out. But you do that, and it's not about who you have, who they have. It's just about who wants it more. Well, it's 7 o'clock straight up. We're going to have the Southside drill team come out at 7:05. We're going to take a break with a couple of commercials and be back for that performance right after this.
Miss Anna's on Towson is quickly becoming one of Fort Smith's favorite haunts. We're now serving breakfast from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Blue Plate specials served Monday through Friday. And don't forget about 99-cent Pie Tuesday. So whether you're craving some of our great kickin' chicken or one of our world-famous desserts, Miss Anna's is the place to be. 5001 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, 649-6300. That's 649-6300.
One of the things that we do in our office, you will not see a clipboard at the front desk. Please fill this out and we'll be with you shortly. We try to give you personal attention. I want people that come in our office not to just like me. I want them to like the team of people that's there. And I want them to feel warm and welcome. We're going to discover initially where you stand, make you feel comfortable, a little bit of laughter, and just like, you know what, this is just like breathing. Do it every day of my life.
Some banks can make you feel like a number because they're part of a bigger system that doesn't really include you, just your money. At Legacy National Bank, we're people you know, folks who will take the time to get to know you personally and your financial goals. We are committed to our region and you, our customers, because we live here and work here just like you. Your legacy starts here at Legacy National Bank.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson Stadium. We would like to welcome our friends over at Jim Rowland Stadium if they are able to watch the game. I know Coach Beaumont set it up to where the Southside fans could view this game from the field itself. They're allowed to take lawn chairs out and so forth. I hope that the weather's cooperating with that so they're able to see the Jumbotron at Jim Rowland Stadium. If they are able to hear us and see the feed, then we welcome you in. And I'm going to step back for the Southside drill team.
And now for your pregame entertainment, the highly acclaimed Southside High School Southern Bells. The Southern Bells will be performing a prop kick routine to Lips Are Moving. And now, the Southern Bells.
That was a performance by the Southern Bells of Southside.
The Southern Bells are led by Captain Sarah Rennie, First Lieutenant Elaine Bowling, Senior Lieutenant Scarlett Brewer, Junior Lieutenants Ella Atwell and Emily Schmidt.
Next up will be a performance by the Southside Cheerleaders. We'll take another break and be right back for that.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
Well, we're back live, and the Southside Cheerleaders will be the next to perform. It looks like it's hard to tell from the press box. I think we still are getting drizzle. We'll at some point go down to Sarah Pendergraph for a sideline report. I know she'll have Coach Fuller right before kickoff. We'll try to figure out what the field situation is. Jeff, that always has a play as far as traction and wet
Absolutely.
balls and things like that.
Absolutely, and it's that's one of the things that both coaches, I'm sure, practiced on this week. I'm sure they practiced some with wet balls to get them used to
for
tonight.
your entertainment, the 2020 Maverick Cheerleaders.
I'm so cool, don't ask me, just do what you do. Okay, meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down. Meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the. Say she in love with me, but say you love, I just want your company. I fall in the club for free. I get my doubts and them hoes want no ones for me. That type of don't phase and play. This type of is what make a hater when you got it out of mud, yeah. Ran it up, yeah. Really don't get no, yeah. Don't get no. Went to nothing or something, yeah. Really hustling, yeah. Y'all getting that money, yeah. We getting that money, yeah. Rise to riches, rise to riches, rise to riches.
I like diamonds, I like studding, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula, I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance.
She was a riot like a cyclone, and she makes me wanna do it all night long. Run it down the spotlights on, so she moves her body like a cyclone, just like a cyclone.
That was a performance by the Southside cheerleaders. One thing I can say tonight, Coach Beaumont has kept this on target as far as time go. The schedule has been tight. I know he had a lot planned for tonight. It's a big game, and he wanted to make it as big as possible. And, he's had a lot of hurdles to try to jump to get to this point, but we have stayed intact so far. Next is the presentation of the colors by the Northside Junior ROTC. Star Spangled Banner will be performed by the Northside Band. Following that will be the Southside Alma Mater, performed by the Southside Band, and the Northside Alma Mater, performed by the Northside Band. And we'll step back now for the presentation of our colors.
To help us complete the season, please follow all directives pertaining to seating requirements, face coverings, and social distancing. Thank you. Booster Club concession stand is open on the east end of the stadium near the Fine Arts Building. The Booster Club tent is set up on the west end where you can get a chance to win an Apple Watch 5. They have Northside Grizzly shirts, hats, skaters, and koozies. Whoever signs up to join the Booster Club tonight will enter in a drawing for a free Northside Grizzly school backpack. And if you join the Booster Club tonight for $15, that includes a free Northside Grizzly t-shirt. We also have a pair of glasses that were found near the bottom of the press box. We have those here if you're missing your glasses.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Unique is our middle name. Okay, maybe not the exact middle, but it's in there. A to Z Variety Store is the most unique shopping you can do in Fort Smith, with furniture, groceries, housewares, even a floral section. With 48,000 square feet of bargains, you're sure to find everything you need, and even a few things you didn't know you wanted. So many great deals, you'll marvel at the savings while you revel in the friendly customer service. Inventory is constantly changing, but consistently affordable. Visit A to Z Variety Store at 2600 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith, and to stay up to date on new arrivals and special deals, like A to Z on Facebook.
Coach Fuller would like to thank all Northside Athletic Booster Club members, parents, and players for everything they do to make Grizzly Athletics successful.
A user-friendly mobile app, and your choice of 200 debit card designs. And we make switching easy with friendly associates and an online switch kit. Click now or visit arvest.com/switch.
Yeah, she'll know because we'll tell her you're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the presentation of the colors by the Northside JROTC, followed by the Star Spangled Banner as performed by the Northside Band, along with Southside and Northside's alma maters performed by each school's band.
We'll take a quick break and be back for the alma mater performed by the Southside Band.
Now is the time. It's the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. During the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. The time is now at J. Pauley Toyota. Get 0% for 72 months. J. Pauley Toyota, I-540 and 0, Fort Smith.
Burton Pools and Spas. Check them out on their website, burtonpools.com. See their selection of hot spring spas, doughboy pools, and in-ground selections. As always, free spa and pool water testing. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun. BurtonPools.com. Chlorine-free Backwasil pool care system. The difference is clear. BurtonPools.com. With 2 locations in Fort Smith and Springdale to serve you. BurtonPools.com.
Well, by looking at it, the rain is coming down a little bit harder. Still no lightning or anything like that in sight, but colors have been presented, and now we'll have the Southside Alma Mater performed by the Southside Band. Northside will now perform their alma mater.
The officials for tonight's game, referee
Both bands have now performed their alma mater, and I tell you what, as far as the schedule goes, they are staying right on time. It is 7:20 now. At 7:23, we were going to have a helicopter bring in the game ball. That was something that Coach Beaumont had set up. Weather has canceled that opportunity, so that was going to be pretty cool. It was something we were really looking forward to. And if you look out into the stadium now, it's not anything like you've ever seen in the past when it comes to a Northside, Southside football game. I know that Coach Beaumont and his staff, they spent hours, 12 hours at each stadium to set out the tape for the social distancing, and that was a huge job. And tickets basically were a lottery style to get in to be able to see this ball game. If you are watching on Grizzly TV, we welcome you. If you're watching on Channel 22 at Cox, we welcome you, and I do want to say thank you to Cox for picking the Grizzlies up this year. What a great addition that is to this athletic program. It's an exciting opportunity. I know they're going to air this up in Northwest Arkansas and even in Conway. So as far as being viewed, the Northside Grizzlies will probably be the most viewed high school football team in the state. Something that I noticed, the Southside Mavericks have not been on the field. They're gathered in the west end zone right now. I think Northside did this 5 or 6 years ago when they went to Southside. They warmed up at Northside, then went in the bus over there, and they got off the bus and said, let's kick it off. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Southside's plan is tonight. Jeff, you ever seen that before?
Yeah, I've done that before as a coach and tried to get a little psychological edge, but, you know, that might work. And I think that what you do as a coach, you're trying to get your team a psychological edge because you probably don't have a physical edge in that game. So you're trying to get your team maybe a mental edge, psychological edge, and try maybe to disrupt Northside and what they're trying to do. But you know Coach Fleur and his staff, they're going to have these kids ready for anything and everything and not be surprised by anything. And I'm not surprised that Coach Dameron is doing something like this.
Yeah.
He's got to try to get an edge anyway.
Yeah, he's got to pull something out of the hat. There's no question. You're coming over here facing a team that is extremely explosive. We talked about coaching changes. Well, the hire with Coach Dameron, that's one thing for Southside. But you go to Northside, Rusty Bush, who was the assistant head coach, coached the linebackers. He's now the head coach at Alma. Greg Kendrick, who was the OC there, he's got a storied history. He is now back at he's at Northside. He's the offensive coordinator. And, man, I tell you what, this guy has got an offense planned for Northside. It's like something you've never seen before. At some point, we're going to try to get down on the field to get Sarah Pendergraph on a UFAS sideline report with Coach Fleur. We have not seen him out yet. I'm trying to locate Sarah. Coach Fuller, you got to grab him quick when he comes out. Going back to the offense of Northside, it is very explosive. You got Dre Norwood, who is he could just about probably play anything he wanted to. If I was an offensive coordinator, I'd say Dre left, Dre right, then Dre go right, then go back left.
Now, as an offensive coordinator and head coach, would you line him up just behind the center, or would you line him up at flanker, then wide receiver, and then running back? Or?
You could do anything you want to with him. They're going to run a wide zone. They've only given him about 40% of the offense. Greg Kendrick is so deep when it comes to the offense. I was talking to Dre last night, and he said, man, there's like 3 or 4 reads every play. And even the receivers, they're not in any set routes. They're reading as they go. And I said, well, what do you look for? You looking for precise and a man-to-man? He said, that's it.
Well, if Southside has to go to much cover 0 tonight, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. They better stick with zone coverage. But if you have to put pressure on a quarterback to mess up his timing maybe a little bit, then that's what you have to do. Then you're going to sacrifice your defensive backs and your linebackers. And when you do that, you're probably going to have a linebacker that's trying to cover either a slot back or a running back, and you're in real trouble.
Well, let's talk about receivers. Dre Norwood, this is what he has to choose from. He's got Thyme Procise, who's a 4.3 guy, legitimate 4.3, laser timed. Speed is not an issue with him. He walks fast. It is unbelievable. Walker Katsavis, who is a junior this year, 6'4", has a good vertical leap. There's not anybody that's going to be able to cover him when it's a 50-50 ball. Then you got Avante Tucker, who's a 4.5 speedster. Played defensive back last year. They have flipped him to a receiver. Then you go to Seth Fields. If you need to hand off to somebody, Seth's a junior. He's runs a 4.5, had 278 yards last year on 75 carries, sprained both his ankles, missed quite a bit of the season. He's back healthy now. And then Ty Massey. Man, I tell you what, you talk about a slashing runner. He ran one for 42 against Conway that got us in that game. And he's that Earl Campbell-looking runner. You ever looked at from his waist down, his legs are tremendous. I mean, the strength is unreal.
You didn't put any pressure on him there.
Not at all.
No,
I've tried to do that over the years, but I don't think you disagree when you look at Ty.
Now, does he even know who Earl Campbell is, though?
No, but he ever watched any film? He'd say, I appreciate the comparison.
I guarantee you he would.
Well, you're looking at Dre Norwood right now, and Duck Relaford, defensive back. He's a senior. That's royalty when you talk about Northside. That's Billy Joe Relaford's grandson.
Got that right.
And I asked him in the coach's show, I said, Duck, is your grandfather, does he keep a pretty tight rein on you? He goes, no, he lets me be a teenager. I said, well, I'm not going to go any further with that. But you got a lot of good DNA,
yes.
No question. Well, we are waiting now for the coin toss. Both teams the Mavericks are at their sideline. The Grizzlies are in the end zone waiting for the green light. And I'm waiting on Coach Fuller to get in sight so Sarah can get a quick word with him before we have kickoff. You know, if they end up winning the toss, they're going to want to do what they did last year and kickoff, get the ball in the third quarter. They really trust their defense. They've got some really good players this year. When you talk about some of the loss they had last year, Conley Bone, you remember Conley?
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite football
names.
I
tell you what.
Ever.
He's actually here tonight, him and his dad.
I saw him.
They were in the hall earlier. Yeah. Malik Thomas, defensive line, right. He is your nose guard. Khalid Thomas, he's your right defensive end. Noah Altman, Vashawn Bishop, Keandre Esau, and Demarius Davis. Those are your linebackers. Your left corner, Duck Relaford. Strong safety, Jack Green. Free safety, Jet Frazier. Right corner, Ian Hardwick. A lot of guys on there that can play multiple positions. Talk about Jet Frazier, he could play quarterback. Ian Hardwick could play quarterback. Jack Green, he's another Conley Bone. This kid in the Bentonville West scrimmage, he laid somebody out. He's not big, but he does not have a fear of hitting somebody.
He's not afraid of collisions?
None.
Well,
Absolutely not.
Well, he may be a worrisome sight for some of those guys over in white.
Now the Grizzlies will take the field. All right, we're looking down to Sarah now. She's got Coach Fleur. Let's go down to the field with Sarah Pendergraft for a UFA sideline report. Sarah?
Oh, it's crazy, but it's the Northside Southside game. The battles of Rogers Avenue is always exciting. Are you guys ready this year?
I hope so. They ought to be. They didn't know if we were going to get to play or not, and here we are getting to go. And we're probably the smallest crowd in the history of this game, but it's a great football game. We got to get after it.
I agree. We're excited, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Well, that was Sarah Pendergraft with Coach Fleur. Got Dre Norwood at the middle of the field, along with Jack Hannon. Jack is a senior defensive end. And they will have the coin flip, and we'll await the decision on that. I'm anxious to see this new offense with Northside. You'll see, Jeff, you're going to see a lot of empty. They'll go quads one side. They'll send one receiver wide right. They'll have them all over the field. It's impressive to watch. And they'll run that wide zone, just try to spread that team out, spread that defense out. And they will, it's like automatic move the football. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're falling forward. Well, we have the toss here. And if you're watching on Grizzly TV, then you see Dre. You'll see Dre and Jack Hannon at midfield. Let's see what the call is.
I think Northside won the toss.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to receive. Southside's going to receive. Northside will kick off. So you'll see Dagan Moore. He is a senior. I've been working with him, Jeff, for this week. Him and Slate Stanton, the kickers. And Dagan, the first thing he said to me, he said, "Man, I'm worried about my power. I don't think I'm a power anymore." I said, "Well, tee one up and let me see it." And I said, "Well, I won't even look. I'll just listen to it." He hit the ball. I said, "No, you still got it."
I love the sound that football makes when that foot comes in contact with it.
Yeah. And he does make and I'll tell you something. Slate Stanton worked hard this summer. He doesn't kick it quite as far as Dagan does, but he's accurate, and he has no fear.
Now, do you think that Fleur might throw out an onside kick on here to start the game? Would that surprise you?
Yeah, I don't put anything past him.
Yeah.
When he had a fake punt on his own 20 and down 7 points, that surprised me a little bit, but since then I have not. Well, we're just about ready for kickoff. Dagan will tee it up at the 40. Got Thame Procise. He's going to be in the left end. I can't tell on the far side. That looks like Duck Relaford. So you got speedsters on the end. But if Dagan can kick it into the end zone, and they're not going to put anybody any deeper than about the 5-yard line. We are almost underway, and here we go. The kick will be returned. It's taken at the 2-yard line. He'll go to the 10, the 15, the 20. He's hit hard. That's Vashawn Bishop. Bring him down at the 25. And it is still steady rain coming down, so that ball could probably be a little bit heavy. Traction is definitely a question, so Dagan had to approach that with ease, but was able to get it back to the 2-yard line, the return back out to the 26. Luke Wyatt will be your starter. He'll work out of the shotgun, takes the snap, wants to throw. He's feeling the heat, rolls right. He'll deliver a complete pass to the 29-yard line, taken down by Noah Altman.
William Relaford and Noah Altman on the stop to the Grizzlies.
That pass was complete to Gavin Grant. He's a junior wide receiver. He'll split to the right side. That is the short side of the field. They'll have one receiver wide left. They have one back in the backfield. And the handoff left side, and he's open. He'll go to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, all the way down to the 8-yard line before he is run out of bounds by Jet Frazier and Jack Green. That was Eli Lyles on the run. That's not something you wanted to see right off the bat.
Nope, and he was pretty quick getting through that hole, too.
Big hole on the left side, and he took advantage of it. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Off the left side, and he'll be stopped. That handoff was to Jackson Riddle. He's a starting running back, senior, 5'9", 175. That'll bring that up now a 2nd and 10. The ball was actually outside. No, it's going to be a 2nd and 9. Hard to see where the placement was, so I thought they had inside the 10, but it'll be a 2nd and 9. Sends a man in motion. Now White looks left side. Ball almost intercepted. That was Ian Hardwick. Lost his footing a little bit. Probably would have been intercepted. It was intended for Jackson Riddle out of the backfield. 3rd down and 9, 10:38 in the first. Taylor Vaughn checks in. He is a senior wide receiver. He'll split to the right side. Gavin Grant wide right. One back in the backfield. That's Riddle. Wyatt gets the snap, goes right, throws, complete at the 5. Tries to get it in the end zone. Does he? No, he'll be shoved out at the 1-yard line. That was Jet Frazier.
Jet Frazier on the tackle for the Grizzlies.
Now the Mavericks look a little better than what I was hoping they would.
Yeah, they did. Their timing looks like it's pretty good for the first
Well, it is 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Jack Hannon has checked in. Now Gavin Grant split wide right. We're going to have a little mix-up in the backfield. Now White gets it straightened out. He'll work out of the shotgun, gets the snap, takes it up the middle. Does he get in? Let's see what the referee calls. It's going to be close. They'll say he did not get in, so it'll be a turnover on downs. Big break for the Grizzlies where they hold. They'll be at their 1-foot line, and that's where Dre Norwood will come in and start his Grizzly offense. Well, at least they kept him out of the end zone. 0-0, 10:27 left in the first. Norwood works out of the pistol. Seth Fields behind him. He'll hand it to Seth. Seth up the middle, goes right. Gets to the 10-yard line, gets it out of a hole quick. Good job by Seth Fields. Junior runs a 4.5, and if he reminds of somebody, who would that be?
That would be
Jackson King.
Yes, sir.
They're always moving, jittery, got a twitch.
And they're always going forward. They're always leaning forward.
2nd and 1 for the Bears. Dre Norwood goes right, look for some help with a block. Gets around the corner and go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. He'll get the first down. Now Stephon Fack will check in. Julian Martinez will come out. Real diverse offense that the Grizzlies run. Seth Fields will stay in as a running back. They'll use him a lot as a receiver, Jeff. They'll go empty. And he doesn't care how he gets his hands on it, just as long as he gets his hands on it. Out of the shotgun, Dre Norwood. Fack split to the right side. Norwood gets the snap. Now he'll make the throw complete. That's Fack. Fack taken out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Be close to another first down. Let's see where they mark it. Look like he's going to be a yard and a half short. Now, Ty Massey checks in. He'll work in the backfield with Dre Norwood. Avante Tucker split left side. Fack split to the right. Procise in the slot. Norwood rolls left, wants to throw. He's going to throw deep. He's looking for Walker Kitsavis. He's got it. Walker taken down at the 21-yard line. Walker Kitsavis with a big, big catch. Had to adjust, was being well covered. Norwood told him to go. Walker took the signal. Great catch, great throw. Ball is placed at the 23-yard line of the Mavericks. Well, it didn't look good 2 minutes ago, but it has really changed now. Massey in the backfield. Norwood out of the pistol. He'll hand it to Massey. Massey right side. He'll be taken down at the 21-yard line.
33 Ty Massey on the carry. Morgan on the stop for the Mavericks.
Second down and 10.
Gain of 3.
Well, no, second and 7, I'm sorry. 9:18 left, first quarter. Procise in the slot, right side. Fack split wide left. Kitsavis wide right. Now the pitch to Procise. Procise with a 4.3 speed. Makes a move, gets to the 15, and he's taken out of bounds. Just needed a little bit more room. Boy, you see Procise come out of that slot position. It looks like Alabama when they do that little pitch. They just kind of throw it up in the air and let Procise get it. Third down. 3 to go.
Ball spotted at the 16-yard line of Southside.
Norwood looks to the sideline to get his play. Seth Fields comes in. Now Procise in the slot. Right side, Julian Martinez at the H-back. Avante Tucker split left side out of the pistol. Procise in motion again. Now they'll give to Fields. Fields stutters. Looks for some room. It's not going to be there, and he will be taken down for no gain. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Rogers meets him in the hole.
Got a decision to make now. Now the referee's going to call a timeout.
Well, you know what? I heard that the Grizzlies
And there's a flag on the ground, Jeff.
I heard the Grizzlies had a real good kicking coach hired just recently. They might just go for a field goal here.
Yeah, well, after my first day, they did field goal, and they missed 3 in a row and told me I was fired.
That's it? You got fired after the first day?
Second day, actually.
Well, I can relate to that.
Made me get up at 6 in the morning, too.
That's cold-hearted.
That was cold-hearted. Well, right now it's 4th down and 2. There is a flag on the ground. Personal foul on the offense, so they'll move it back. Can't know who that was against. That will take them. Let's see where they end up marking it. The referee will put the ball down at the 32-yard line. So it still should be 3rd down.
Brings up 4th down from the 31-yard line.
Oh, yeah, that was
Well, there'll be a 4th down.
That was after
the
play.
It.
That's right.
Norwood will stay in with a 4th and 18. Now they'll go empty. Trips right, Twins left. Ball on the left hash. Norwood claps, gets the snap. Has some time, looks. Now he's going to run with it. He's at the 30. He kicks to the right side, trying to get around the corner. It is not there for him, and he'll be taken down at the 28-yard line. Boy, you thought for a second there he had some room, but wasn't to be. Good job by the Mavericks to close it. Turnover on downs. Took us right out of field goal range. Not sure who the personal foul was on, but Mavericks will get it back. Both teams, defense did a good job
1st and 10 Mavericks, ball spot at the 28-yard line.
when the offense was threatening. Now Luke White will check back in. He's a junior, a 5'10", 165-pound quarterback. Saw him last year. He's a very talented young man. They'll hand off left side, another big hole over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Riddle on the carry.
That was Jackson Riddle. He is a senior, 5'9", 175. Second down and 2.
36-yard line.
Wyatt out of the pistol, throws to the right side. It's complete at the midfield line, over the midfield, down to the 46.
Wyatt's pass complete.
That pass was complete to Taylor Vaughn, senior wide receiver. He made a man miss. He was able to make a nice run out of it. Now in the Grizzlies' territory at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Handoff, left side. That's Riddle. He'll get a couple of yards out of it. Noah Altman was there for the Grizzlies to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Ball spot at the 45-yard line.
Second and 8. They'll send a man in motion. Wyatt looks left side, complete. Makes a man miss, another man miss. At the 20, the 10, touchdown Southside. That was Dimitri Lloyd. He is a tight end. He's a junior. Nice job by the Mavericks to get that one in the end zone. Now they will come in to attempt the extra point. They may go for 2. Now Wyatt's going to go back and they'll bring their extra point team in. As the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. Score is the Mavericks 7, the Grizzlies 0. We'll take a break and be back with the kickoff right after this.
Contemporary townhomes, luxurious apartments, and the convenience of nearby businesses. Welcome to the Hub at Providence. Providence, at its heart, the Hub is an exciting new live, work, play neighborhood, unlike any other in Chaffee Crossing or the Fort Smith metro area. And you can be a part of it if you act now. Own, rent, and work opportunities are all options as this new venture community unfolds. Visit providenceerc.com to learn more and plan your visit.
The Northside Grizzlies, number 9, Taheen Rosice.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson. 7-0 is the score after the Mavericks punch it in the end zone. We were lucky to keep them out of the end zone in the first series. Now, the worst thing about this so far is their confidence.
Yeah, confidence for Southside is sky high right now, and you've got some Northside guys that just got to tackle better. There was like 3 missed tackles on that touchdown pass, and they need to shore that up.
Well, they'll tee it up at the 40. It is Isaac Banda who converted the extra point, and he will also handle the kickoff chores while Prosice will wait at the 10-yard line. Now Banda approaches. Ball is airborne, and Prosice will let it go out of bounds. We'll see a flag there, and the Grizzlies will get good field position to start their second series. Had no problem moving the football till the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a dead ball penalty, so that took him out of field goal range and made it 4th and long. And Norwood tried to make something happen, but Southside played some good containment and held him to a 3-yard gain on 4th and about 30.
7:35 left in this first quarter. In fact, we'll split wide left. They'll have Avante Tucker in the slot. Walker Katsavis split wide right with Prosice in the slot, and that's the short side of the field. Norwood out of the pistol. He'll get the snap, hand it to Seth Fields. Seth will get 3. Hard running Seth Fields. Just needs to find a hole.
You got that right. He's going to run hard every time he gets it, or he's going to block hard every time he doesn't get it.
Our starting offensive line, Timothy O, 220, Brandon Bailey, 292, James Colley at center, 247, Jamoy Benton, 356, and Jordan Green, 315. Norwood rolls left, throws over the middle. The ball is tipped and knocked out of Prosice's hand. Nice job by Eli Lyles playing defensive back. He also can play some running back. You saw him in the first series. Very versatile player. I don't know how deep Southside is. I don't think they're very deep. You'll see a lot of guys going both ways.
Yeah, and that's really unusual for a 7A school to have more than maybe a couple of kids going both ways. Flag on the far side of the field.
They'll move it back 5 yards. Ball now at the 39-yard line.
Got a legal man downfield.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Walker Katsavis and Procise now will go to the left side. That's the wide side of the field. Back and Avante Tucker right side. Norwood tries to draw him off sides. Nothing there. He looks to the sideline. Looking for Kendrick. Coach Kendrick is his best buddy. He wants to get a play they can convert a first down on here. Norwood gets the snap, rolls right, throws. Ball is complete to Fack for a first down, taken out of bounds at the 47.
Pass complete to Fack. It's enough for a first down.
You know about Dre's feet. You know how elusive he is. You know about his speed. His arm has really improved since last year. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. The 47. Field still in the backfield with Norwood. Norwood again tries to draw the Mavericks offside. No, nothing there. Now Fields will move to the right side. Norwood gets the snap. Looks right. Pass. Complete. Little slant back over midfield. That was Walker Katsavis. Saw Walker make a big catch in the first series. Walker's 6'4" and has speed. Just a very gifted athlete. Good basketball player, too.
Yeah, he did a good job last year when he was put into the games. Good competitor.
Well, Southside's got some meat up front. Landon Chafee, 6'2", 225 nose guard. Now Norwood with the keeper. Takes it off the right side. He'll get close to a first down, but I think he's going to be a yard short. Sorry, Chafee is a linebacker. I'm sorry, 6'2", 225. He's a senior. Remember him from last year. Bailey Proctor, 6-foot senior. Skylar Mitchell, a 5'10" senior. Those are your linebackers. 3rd down and 1. Massey in the backfield with Norwood. Now he'll say Procise move a little further to the slot. Hands it off to Massey. Massey pushes those legs hard. I think he's going to get the first down. And I talked to Dre about that. I said, you get a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, somewhere in there. Massey generally will get your first down. And let's see. Yeah, they are going to give him the first down. You thought they were going to bring the chains out, but
that's close.
But it is a first down. 6:13 left in the first. Mavericks 7, Grizzlies 0. Definitely not how I thought this one would go. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 43-yard line for the Mavericks. Norwood, this time he has some success. He's been trying to draw the Mavericks off. He does then, and he gets Michael Morgan, who is a senior linebacker, to jump. We'll get 5 out of this. It'll be at a 1st and 5. Now your options are wide open. 1st and 5 at the 38-yard line of the Mavericks.
1st and 5 for Northside. Ball's put out the Maverick 37-yard line.
Norwood gets the snap, looks left side. He's got Procise. Procise wants to make a man miss. He is held up out at the 40-yard line. He's thrown out of bounds pretty aggressively, and no flag there. Procise was going to the short side of the field and got closed really quick, and that's Landon Chafee that we were talking about earlier was there to make the stop. No loss, no gain. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the left hash.
2nd down.
Grizzlies going from east to west. Norwood out of the pistol again. One back in the backfield, that's Massey. Norwood rolls right. Wants to throw, now throws it complete. That's Walker Kitsavis. That's a first down. Nice job by Walker Kitsavis and Dre Norwood. I tell you what, if you're Dre Norwood, you can buy a little time. Kitsavis is such a big target and has such good hands. It's a good bet to go to him.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. 3:57 left in the first. Now they'll go empty. Seth Fields in the slot. Left side, that's the wide side of the field. Procise to the right side along with Walker Kitsavis. Norwood looks, throws, complete. That's Kitsavis again. Use Procise as a decoy, hits Kitsavis. Close to another first down. At the 21-yard line, that is a first down. They should move the chains. Now they are. 1st and 10 for the Bears. We've yet to get in the Burton Pool and Spas red zone, but we're a yard away from it right now.
Get in there. Or maybe they'll get into the end zone.
Be nice.
Mr. Burton would like that too, wouldn't
Be the Jeff Ferris end zone.
he? Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Fields in the backfield. He'll get the call. Fields up the middle. He's got a little bit of room down to the 11-yard line.
Fields on the carry.
Just give him just a little step there and he'll make you pay. Good job, Seth Fields.
Russell on the stop.
Now Martinez will check in. Carter Wood checks in for the Grizzlies.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Fields will stay in the game. Now you'll have Procise and Tucker split to the right side. They're tied on the left. Out of the pistol. Norwood, he'll keep it himself. Goes up the middle, pushes his way down to the 6-yard line. Good job by Dre Norwood.
Wild on the stop.
Norwood, 6'1", 185. Put on or gained a lot of strength from last year.
Yeah,
you look at him and you can see.
He's not afraid to stick it up in there either.
1st and goal for the Bears. We are in the Burton Pools and Spas red zone. Massey will go in motion. Norwood gets the snap. He'll keep it. He goes right side. He's at the 5, the 4. He dives into the end zone. Do they give it to him? Touchdown, Northside. He wasn't going to be denied, Jeff.
No, and like you said, gained a lot of strength over the offseason.
That paid off right there. You saw him go right, got a block. Let's get a replay of that. A Taco Bell replay of Dre Norwood's touchdown. Well, I guess we'll wait till after the extra point for that. Slate Stanton will come in to attempt the extra point and tie this one up out of the hold of Jet Frazier. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Slate Stanton has tied this one up. 7-7 is the score. 2:43 left in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back with the Northside kickoff right after this.
When I talked to the Sawyers about some windows and the concrete work, they showed me several different options of things that they had done, and it all looked good. I would recommend Sawyers to anyone. If they came out and looked at my concrete, they could see the quality job that Sawyers did. They were very professional and top quality. They were on time and on budget. I am 100% satisfied with the work that they've done.
Baskin-Robbins, more flavors, more fun. From single scoops to custom cakes for any occasion. Top that, Fort Smith. Try our fast and friendly folks at our drive-thru as well. Baskin-Robbins, Phoenix Avenue.
Dagan Moore approaches. It is airborne. This one will be returned also at the 5, the 10, 15, 20. Upended at the 24-yard line.
Number 43.
That was Javon Williamson on the return.
For Northside.
Ball at the 24-yard line, 2:38
Williamson returns the
now
ball
left in the first quarter. Tie ball game, 7-7. Nice job by the Grizzlies. Jeff, tell us about that drive.
Well, that was a 14-play drive in about 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And what I liked, they were going straight ahead before they tried to go side to side.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Handoff right side, nothing there. Kalik Thomas on the stop. No gain there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
No gain brings up 2nd down.
Luke Wyatt will stay in as the Mavericks quarterback. Riddle in the backfield. Now Wyatt throws left side. It's complete up to the 29-yard line. Taken down by Jet Frazier.
Pass complete to Sheets.
Here shortly, I want to talk about some of the history that you had talked about earlier about the game being historical. A lot of history with Grizzlies that have gone on to do better things, and history and then recent history. And we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. 3rd down and 6 for the Mavericks. Wyatt out of the shotgun. He'll backpedal, wants to throw a screen. It's complete, wide open, easy 1st down. He'll be brought down by Jack Green. That completion was to Gavin Grant. Nice play by the Mavericks. Screen was set up very well. He was wide open. That'll give him a 1st down. And they'll go NASCAR. Ball is snapped again, but it was a little early. Let's see what they call here.
I don't think they had everybody set.
I don't think they did either. Wyatt was wanting to get that off as quick as he could. Try to catch the Grizzlies off guard, but it looked like the Grizzlies weren't set.
They were offside.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they'll mark off 5. Now the Mavericks at the 47-yard line with a 1st and 5. Jackson Riddle will stay in the backfield with Wyatt. Now Wyatt out of the pistol. Twins right, one left. He'll hand it off to Riddle. Riddle slices off the right side over midfield down to the 47-yard line of the Grizzlies.
Riddle on the carry across midfield.
That should be a 1st down for the Mavericks.
It's enough for a Maverick 1st down. Ball will be spotted at the Grizzly 47-yard line.
1st and 10 for Wyatt. Wyatt, one back in the backfield. That's Riddle. He'll give it to him again. Riddle left side. May have gotten a yard or two. Noah Altman there, along with Kalik Thomas.
Altman and number 95, Malik Thomas, on the stop.
2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9, ball spotted at the 47.
Mavericks will go with twins right. Wyatt out of the pistol. He'll throw it right side. It's complete, but taken down by Jack Green. He needed a little bit of help, and he wanted to get it from he had him hung up there, and then Demarius Medlock came in just to make sure. That's going to be a loss of 4 back to the Mavericks side of the field at the 49-yard line. 12 seconds left in the quarter, and they may try to get one more play off. It's down to 6, and I think they'll be content and let this quarter run out. And they do. That's going to end the first quarter. 7-7 is the score. Mavericks will have the ball at their own 49-yard line with a 3rd and 14 when we come back.
At the end of the first
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
Well, the first quarter's in the book, 7-7. Mavericks look good.
Yes, they do.
They don't look like they have any weak points right now. That may change. The Grizzlies have a lot of firepower, and they look good too. There's been some mistakes made on both sides of the ball, but right now the Mavericks have it 3rd and 14. Wyatt throws. He wants to throw long. Ball's hanging in the air, knocked out of play by Ian Hardwick. Great job in coverage. He was guarding Connor Austin, who's a senior wide receiver. Good job by Ian Hardwick. Ian's just a great athlete. He's a junior, played some quarterback last year, plays on the Grizzly basketball team. He is just a good athlete, and he likes his position.
I was going to ask you who Fleur had returning punts, but
you got Avante Tucker and Thaim Procise.
Wow. That's speed to burn right there, bro.
Well, it is, and Procise, if he gets his hands on a kickoff, is averaging about 26 yards on his return. Kind of an Australian-type punt, but it'll be taken by Tucker at the 11. Makes a man miss. He's at the 20. It knocks out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Good job by Avante Tucker. Avante's a speedster, too. He's a 4'5" guy.
Mitchell forces Tucker out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Well, Dre Norwood now with a tie ball game. Just start the second quarter. We'll now try to get something going here to try to put these Mavericks down a little bit.
The Northside Grizzlies football would like to cheer on the Derby Rangers, Timmins Raiders, and the Trinity
Ball at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Seth Fields in the backfield. Tight formation. Walker Kitsavis on the right side with Procise in the slot. The handoff is to Field. Fields goes left side, may get a couple at the most. A little extracurricular activity between Eli Lyles and Thaim Procise. And I'm sure that Thaim Procise, you know what, I'd love to talk to people that are half as fast as me.
I can't believe there's extracurricular activities between these two teams.
No, not these two.
No, not these two teams.
2nd and 8. 11:15 left in the second. Twins right. That's Kitsavis and Procise. Looks like they moved a little quick.
Yep.
Flag is on the ground. That will go against the Mavericks. I don't know if that is the Mavericks' first penalty tonight.
I believe it is.
5-yard penalty. So now it'll be a 2nd down and 3. They'll stay in the same formation. Kitsavis split wide to the right side. Procise is your Z receiver. He is in the slot right side alongside Avante Tucker. Tucker caught a nice touchdown pass in the scrimmage. Now Norwood rolls right. He looks for Tucker. A little overthrown. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Southside's getting pretty close to hitting Norwood late a couple times here tonight, but so far no calls.
You can now get all your Northside athletic information from the Portsmouth
Ball rest at the 36-yard line of the Grizzlies. 10:46 left in the second quarter. We have a tie ball game, 7-7. 3rd down and 3 for the Bears. Martinez, the H-back. Fields next to Norwood. Norwood lets him come in, throws the screen. He's got Fields, but Mavericks were there to cover it. Ball is on the ground, but I think he was already down. Would not be enough for the first down. That's going to bring up a 4th, and that should send Dagan Moore in. And it does. So number 44, senior Dagan Moore will come in. Try to give the Grizzlies, try to get this Maverick in a hole here. Stefan Fack will be your long snapper. Jet Frazier is your up man, and wouldn't be surprised to see a fake here. Always watch for it with Coach Mike Fleur. There's the snap to Dagan. He'll get the punt away, and it was not caught very well, kind of goes off the side of his foot, hits at the 40-yard line, bounces backward all the way to our own 49-yard line, and nobody was there to cover that. But when a ball spirals lazy like that, and you can see it kind of come off the side of your foot, it's going to bounce backwards. You got to get ready for it. Great field position now for the Mavericks at the 48-yard line of the Grizzlies.
And at live987.com and on Cox Channel 22 with Buzz Sawyer calling the action. All of Northside games will be replayed on Cox Channel 22 on Saturday nights at 7 p.m.
While I've got just a second, I want to say hello to Christy Batto. I know she's listening to our broadcast, and we appreciate that. 9:53 left in the second. Wyatt with a handoff. Riddle, right side. He pushes for, looks like 2.
Number 35,
That will bring up a 2nd down and 7. Wyatt with the snap. He'll hand off again right side. That's Riddle. Nothing there. Host of Grizzlies there to make the stop.
Darius Wise on the stop.
Talk about Darius Wise. That's Deuce's younger brother. That is D3. He is converted from a tight end now to a defensive end.
3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line.
3rd down and 3 for the Mavericks. Wyatt tries to draw the Bears off sides. Does not work. Now he'll look to the sideline to get his play. Now Wyatt gets the snap, comes a collision in the backfield, and he goes down. It looks like about the 44-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2 or 3. So that'll bring up a 4th down, and it should send in the punter.
Loss on the play brings up 4th down from
And it does. Good job by the Grizzlies there. They won't send anybody back. They'll just let this one go wherever it goes.
Grant punt formation. The Mavericks.
Well, you'd like to see a shank right here. Well, you got Coach Solly on the field. I think he wants a timeout, and he'll get it. We'll take a timeout with him. Be back with his punt right after this.
Some banks can make you feel like a number because they're part of a bigger system that doesn't really include you, just your money. At Legacy National Bank, we're people you know, folks who will take the time to get to know you personally and your financial goals. We are committed to our region and you, our customers, because we live here and work here just like you. Your legacy starts here at Legacy National Bank.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson Stadium. Let's go down to the sideline for a UFAS sideline report with Sarah Pendergraft. Hey, Sarah, what's the field like down there? Are we getting much rain?
It keeps coming and going, but yeah, we're definitely in a little bit of a pour down here. I got my nice hoodie on here.
Well, thank you for that. But just keep us posted.
All right.
That was Sarah Pendergraft. The field's a little bit messy, and it's hard to tell from the press box, but I'll take her word for it. Now the Grizzlies will put 2 back. That's Procise and Avante Tucker. There is the kick, and it'll go towards Procise. Procise will let it bounce. It'll hit at the 10-yard line and go down to the 8, and that's where the Mavericks will down it.
Jones downs the ball.
Now Dre Norwood will check in with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left in this quarter. 7-7 is our score. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of soul searching in the dressing room at halftime.
I can get. Well, is that what they call it now?
That's what I have to call it.
Okay.
Ball at the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dre. Dre will work out of the pistol alongside Ty Massey. Norwood with the snap. There was some movement. It looks like it's going to go against the Grizzlies. Like we're a little bit quick on the right side there, but let's see. Yeah, it's illegal procedure against the Bears. They'll move it back half the distance. Now it'll be at the 4-yard line. First and 14 now for the Grizzlies. In fact, we'll go wide to the left side. That is the wide side of the field. Massey stays in the backfield with Norwood. Norwood gives it to Massey left side. He'll cut up the middle, push hard to get over the 5 up to the 8-yard line.
Rogers on the stop for the Mavericks.
Well, we had a 14-play drive earlier. We had a 15-play drive against Bentonville West, which was very, very impressive. It ended with a Dre Norwood looking for somebody to throw to, and everybody had to change the route. He hit Tucker right in the 1 in the back of the end zone for a touchdown in that scrimmage. So the long drives is not what you expect, but we've been getting that from the Grizzlies. Norwood wants to throw. He's looking for Katsavis. Katsavis makes the catch, but it looks like they're going to say he's out of bounds, and he was. A little bit of contact there. He makes the catch at the 45-yard line. Nice concentration by Walker Katsavis, and talked about that in pregame. A 50-50 ball. He's 6'4" and can jump. You're usually going to come out successful, which he did then. He was just a step out of bounds. 3rd and 14 for the Grizzlies.
You know, I think the expression Katsavis made after that catch, he knew he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he did. Fleur knew it too, and he had a little word with him. You got to know where you are. Empty backfield. Norwood gets the snap, and he goes right, but the play will be stopped. Another illegal procedure against the Grizzlies. Now, that's one thing that you're definitely going to have to cut way down on the second half is these drive killers. Penalty what got us hurt in the very first drive.
3rd and 14, ball spot at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, the penalty's what got him after that. Got it out of the hole from the 1-yard line. And
now Norwood works out of the pistol with Massey. Goes left. Now he'll go back right. He's feeling the heat. He's going to have to get rid of it. He does. He looks for Fack. Fack, oh, almost makes the catch, but a nice play by Justin Key's son. That's Russell Key. What a great play by him because Fack had a step on him. Russell Key takes a chance, knocks it out of the air. Justin Key is the quarterback coach for Southside. I asked Justin, why does he not play a receiver? He's better at defensive back.
Oh.
He is starting tonight as a safety and did a good job there. Now Dagan Moore with his heels on the out-of-bounds line needs a good snap from Fack. He gets it. Now the punt is away, and he catches that one a little bit better. It'll be caught at the 40. That's nice coverage by the Grizzlies. That was Kelton Barnes downfield in a hurry to make the stop.
Number 28, Kelton Barnes on the stop.
Good job by Dagan just to get it out of there. Well, you always fear kind of what's going to go wrong. You got your heels on the out-of-bounds line. If Dagan looks up, he sees the crossbar, and they got a full-on block coming with one guy deep.
You know, that's scary to a kicker, and it's also scary to that deep
well,
snapper.
I was getting ready to say that,
Yeah.
deep snapper.
Yeah.
How many times did you have Kelly Davis with his heels backed up against the end zone?
Well, and you too many.
Wyatt, handoff, left side. Picks up a couple. That's Jackson Riddle. Jackson Riddle has been the workhorse for the Mavericks tonight. 6:40 left in the half. 7-7 is the score. Two evenly matched teams here so far in the first half.
From the 33.
Wyatt wants to throw. Throws right side. Has a man open. The catch is made. Let's see if he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds, but he was wide open. Like we had a blown coverage there.
Yeah, they had a blown coverage on that.
Because he was wide open. Wyatt's pass was just a little bit strong. Thank goodness for that. 3rd and 8 now for the Mavericks. Cale Sheets split wide to the left side. Now Wyatt. Gets the snap. He wants to throw again. Oh, and he's hit right as he makes the play, but they're going to say, I thought it was going to be a fumble, but it was an incomplete pass. Jackson Riddle was there for the Mavericks just to make sure if it was a live ball.
Fleurs wanted to be called a fumble. He thought it was
I thought it was too. I didn't think he had any forward progress. 4th and 8. Ball at the 33-yard line of the Grizzlies.
Brings up 4th and 8.
6:22 left in the half. Now the Mavericks will take a timeout and talk about it. We'll take a timeout with them. Be back for the decision right after this.
Now is the time. It's the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month during the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. The time is now at J. Pauley Toyota. Get 0% for 72 months. J. Pauley Toyota, I-540 and 0, Fort Smith.
Visit them at 3920 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson for the Battle of Rogers Avenue, and right now it is a battle.
It is that for sure.
I think you're just kind of watching two teams mirror each other, really.
And Southside, well, both teams are playing hard, but I think Northside kind of got a little shocked here tonight. They didn't think Southside would come out and play this well, I don't think. Because I know Northside is better than what they're playing right now. They're not that they're playing bad, but I think they all know they can play a lot better than what they're playing.
Well, the Mavericks are going to tee this one up. They have a 4th down and 8, the ball at the 33-yard line of the Grizzlies. Big play here for the Bears. Wyatt out of the shotgun. Claps his hand, gets the snap. Throws over the middle. Ball almost caught, but it is off the fingertips of Eli Lyles. That would have been a touchdown. Tell you what, Wyatt has missed 2, Jeff, that could have cost us.
Oh, yeah, that was he hit him in stride.
Yeah.
Right there, and like you just said, that would have been 6.
Thank goodness for the Grizzlies.
Yes.
We now have another turnover on downs. That's the 3rd one tonight. 1st and 10 for the Bears with 6:17 left.
Ball goes over on downs. It'll be first
The 34-yard line.
Ball spot at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, at the 33-yard line, 6:17 left. Tie ball game. Seth Fields been getting a lot of playing time tonight, a lot of touches. A little confusion down there. Looks like Southside may want to take a timeout, and they do. Let's stay with it for a second, Jeff. I just want to talk about some of the history with these Grizzlies. When you talk about, let's talk about Coach Curry. Coach Curry has a lot of connections with college coaches, and he really helps these kids get on to the next level. And you talk about some of them that have been here. Trey Norwood, he's at OU now. Keandre Thomas, who actually graduated from Minnesota, played there. He transferred. He's at Kansas State, so he's going to play against Trey coming up. He was a defensive back at Northside. Greg Washington, who you remember very well.
Yeah.
Greg's at Missouri State. He'll play OU, so you're going to have Trey and Keandre Thomas and Greg Washington all playing against each other. Great defensive back. Stevie Young, who is, you remember Stevie, he's playing college ball. Monte Parks. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Out of the pistol, Norwood. He'll hand it off to Seth Fields. Seth slashes. He'll get 4 out of that. Great job by Seth Fields. I asked Seth what he's benching, and he said a bunch.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
That's
I also
good.
asked him, too. I said, what do you think about this game Thursday night? And he said, SmackDown. Well, come on, Seth. Let's smack him down, baby.
Absolutely.
2nd 4, ball spot at the 39-yard line.
6-yard pickup for Seth there. 2nd down and 4. Norwood out of the pistol. He'll hand it to Massey. Now Massey to Prosize on the left side. Prosize tries to make a man miss. It was not there. Great job by the Mavericks to stop Prosize. That was Zach Medlin, a junior cornerback. If he doesn't hit Prosize, then you're going to see some speed then.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but Drake Norwood made a heck of a block, and he had two guys to block. He blocked the right guy he was supposed to block, the inside guy who was the closest to Pro Size, and Pro Size could have made that one guy miss him. He'd have been
Isn't
off.
gone.
Yeah.
3rd and 4. Norwood claps, gets the ball, rolls right. He's going to do it himself at the 40, at the 35, 45, at the midfield, over midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Norwood. Let's get a replay of that first down if we can get it before this next one starts. Watch Norwood and see the move that he makes right there at the line of scrimmage. Well, let's abort that right now. We're getting ready to see the 1st and 10 at 4:44 left in the half. Empty backfield. Norwood claps. Looks right side. Complete. Katsavis. Katsavis makes a move. Gets to the 41-yard line. About a yard or two short of the first down.
Solomon and Proctor force him out of bounds.
4:25 left.
The 41-yard line.
We got Buck Ringgold in the house. He is in the press box, and Buck's promoted, brother. He takes care of all Northside and Southside athletics. He'll get us some stats at halftime. 2nd down and 2. We're under 4 minutes now in the second quarter. Norwood with Massey behind him. He's going to hand it to Massey. No, he fakes, throws it over the middle. He's looking for Procise, underthrows him, and it is almost picked off by Southside. That was very, very close. Now, Norwood had a step, which he's going to have a step on anybody that's in coverage, but it was just underthrown a little bit, and I know that Dre Norwood is wanting to have that one back.
Yes, he is.
Under 4 minutes now.
I think that's a good call by Coach Kendrick. That was a
in the second quarter.
Score play or
Norwood with Massey behind him.
2 more downs to get 2 yards.
He's going to hand it to Massey. No, he fakes, throws it over the middle. He's looking for Procise. Under Procise was open. Back to action, handoff going left side. At Seth Field. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Grizzlies will go for this. They'll send Julian Martinez in as an H-back. Stephen Fack will come out. Ball placed in the center of the field. Procise in the slot, right side. The fans that are here are definitely behind the Grizzlies here. Now Coach Fleur's going to want a timeout. I think we'll stay with it. 4th down and 2. Need to convert this one. Now let's go back to some of these guys that, Jeff, that we've talked about that have been at Northside, have gone on to do better things. And there's some kids now that, boy, you really need to watch, because these guys are going to be future stars, and I'm really looking forward to watching them. You've got, when you talk about speed, you've got Procise, who's a legitimate 4.3. Now, these are Nike-timed, laser-timed speeds, 4.3. You've got Avante Tucker at a 4.5. Duck Relaford, a 4.5. Another defensive back. And Coach Curry really gets the most out of these kids.
And he coaches defensive backs, and so when they have a missed or blown coverage in the secondary, he's not too happy about that, not only as a defensive coordinator, but also as the position coach. And you're talking about college prospects, these kids up on the offensive line that you're over 300 pounds, that's they'll recruit you just for that.
4th and 2, big play for the Grizzlies. Norwood trying to draw the Mavericks off sides, does not work. Now he'll look to the sideline to Coach Kendrick to get his play. Now he'll reset. Martinez and Seth in the backfield. Ball is lost, slipped away from Norwood. Let's see if he kept it. If Northside kept it, it's going to be a first down, and I think it is. Here we have a replay. Let's see. Ball is lost. Slick ball, but it looks like Norwood got it back. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bears. What a break there. Good job on the replay there, Zach. It's kind of hard to see what happened. It happened so fast, but it must be a slick ball. Norwood just could not get a handle on it, but was able to chase it down and get the first. 1st and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line of the Mavericks with 3:04 left. Now Norwood goes right side at the 35, bulls his way down to the 31-yard line. Stays in bounds. The clock will continue to roll.
Number 1, Lyle.
250.
Brings him down near the
7-7 is our score.
Tell you what, that was a hard 7 yards right there.
Zion Morris, a junior wide receiver, checks out. Fack will come back in. Ball on the right hash. Kitsavis and Procise, right side. That's the short side of the field. 2:25 left in the half. Norwood claps, gets the snap, wants to throw, pumps, keeps it himself at the 30, tries to get a first down. It looks like he may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Let's see where they mark it. He does go out of bounds. Clock stops at 2:14. That is a first down. It'll be a 1st and 10. 2:14 left in the half. 7-7 is the score. Ball on the right hash mark. Tucker, Procise, and Kitsavis left side. Fack will be to the short side. Massey in the backfield. Norwood hands it to Massey. Massey right side. Cuts up the middle. He's at the 20, the 15, down to the 14-yard line. He is a hard young man to bring down, and that was Landon Chafee. Jeff Landon Chafee's a big kid. He's like 6'2", 225, and Massey just ran right over him. Landon came up like, what was that? Hand off to Massey again, right side. He gets to the 10-yard line. Under 2 minutes now. We are in the Burton Pools and Spas red zone. Grizzlies will get set up quick. Norwood hands it to Fields. Fields cuts back to the middle. He's still on his feet. He gets it down to the 1-yard line. Almost a touchdown. Seth Fields just kept grinding those strong legs. We'll have a Taco Bell replay, and you watch Seth just grind. Goes off a block there. That's his center that gave him the block, and he almost got it into the end zone. 1st and goal for the Grizzlies. Fields in the backfield. Norwood gets the snap. He'll keep it himself. Left side, touchdown, Northside. That's the 2nd touchdown tonight for Dre Norwood. Let's watch that one again. Left side, and he knew it when he saw that Maverick that was down. That was Michael Morgan. That's a senior linebacker. When he saw that he was laying on the ground, Jeff, that was easy money for Dre Norwood. Now let's see what they do. They'll line up in the swinging gate like the Grizzlies do every time, but they'll come out of it, and Jet Frazier will place this down on the 10-yard line. That'll be for Slate Stanton. There's the snap, good hold. Nice kick by Slate right through the middle. He drilled that one to give the Grizzlies a 14-7 lead with 1:20 left. We'll take a break and come back with a Grizzly kickoff right after this.
Burton Pools and Spas. Check them out on their website, burtonpools.com. See their selection of hot spring spas, doughboy pools, and in-ground selections. As always, free spa and pool water testing. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun. BurtonPools.com. Chlorine-free Bacquisil pool care system. The difference is clear. BurtonPools.com. With 2 locations in Fort Smith and Springdale to serve you. BurtonPools.com.
And you can be a part of it if you act
Well, the Grizzlies get the lead back 14-7 after a nice drive. Dre Norwood punches it in with a 1st and goal. Seth Fields on the play previous to that almost got it in. Al Dagan tees it up at the 40. I'm looking outside. I can't tell. I don't think I see any rain. Maybe this weather has given us a break too. There's the kickoff, and it will travel all the way down to the 5-yard line at the 10, the 15, the 20. He'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Marius Davis on the stop.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks with 1:14 to left. They're down 7. Have had a couple of opportunities tonight, Jeff, that just a little off the pass would have been a touchdown. So our defensive backs definitely going to be tested tonight. Now Wyatt out of the pistol, throws it quick left side, a little hard. It is incomplete. That was intended for Cale Sheets, senior wide receiver.
Number 10, Ian Hardwick in coverage for the Grizzlies.
Second down and 10 for the Mavericks. Ball on the left hash, Twins to the right side, one to the left. Empty backfield. And he'll give it to Riddle. Riddle was actually working basically as an H back there. He'll pick up a couple. It'll be third down, I'm sorry, and 6. And whoever is operating the chains over there, Jeff, man,
are they struggling?
They are struggling. Well, no, he's struggling. They're struggling with the down. Now he'll get it right. It's third now. He had it at first. Now the Grizzlies will take a timeout. I think we ought to take one with them. We'll come back with 44 seconds left. And let's see what the Grizzlies can do to try to keep this at a 14-7 advantage at halftime.
Contemporary townhomes, luxurious apartments, and the convenience of nearby businesses. Welcome to the Hub at Providence. Providence, at its heart, the Hub is an exciting new live, work, play neighborhood, unlike any other in Chaffee Crossing or the Fort Smith metro area. And you can be a part of it if you act now. Own, rent, and work opportunities are all options as this new venture community unfolds. Visit providenceerc.com to learn more and plan your visit.
It'll be 3rd and 6.
Well, it's 3rd and 6 with 44 seconds left. Ball at the 33-yard line of the Mavericks. Now you have Dre Norwood playing safety along with Jack Green, Avante Tucker, Duck Relaford. I feel pretty confident about not getting beat
not deep
here.
No.
And they'll play some press coverage. Here we go. 3rd and 6 for the Mavericks. Wyatt gets the snap, hands it off right side. He won't have anything there. Great pursuit by Thomas. Duck Relaford.
Number 27, Noah Ottman led the charge for the Grizzly defense.
Raheem Jackson. Raheem Jackson plays linebacker, but he can also play running back. Jeff, you remember watching him as a sophomore?
Absolutely.
The very first game of the year, and he was racking up yards. He was actually going to, I said, well, he may be our leading rusher for the year. 4th down and 8. 13 seconds left. They should just let this one run out. Get to halftime, and we'll take a break and come back with some of the Northside insteppers and cheerleaders, and we'll also get some stats from Buck Ringgold, and that clock's going to show 0. We are at halftime. 14-7 is the leader. 14-7 is the score for our leading Grizzlies, and I know they're going to talk a little bit at halftime, try to say, hey, man, this, we're going to have to shut down those potential big plays. We'll take a break and be back with Buck Ringgold right after this.
When I talked to the Sawyers about some windows and the concrete work, they showed me several different options of things that they had done, and it all looked good. I would recommend Sawyers to anyone. If they came out and looked at my concrete, they could see the quality job that Sawyers did. They were very professional and top quality. They were on time and on budget. I am 100% satisfied with the work that they've done.
Baskin-Robbins. More flavors, more fun. From single scoops to custom cakes for any occasion. Top that, Fort Smith. Try our fast and friendly folks at our drive-thru as well. Baskin-Robbins, Phoenix Avenue.
One of the things that we do in our office, you will not see a clipboard at the front desk. Please fill this out and we'll be with you shortly. We try to give you personal attention. I want people that come in our office not to just like me. I want them to like the team of people that's there. and I want them to feel warm and welcome. We're going to discover initially where you stand, make you feel comfortable, a little bit of laughter, and just like, you know what, this is just like breathing. Do it every day of my life.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson. We have the Northside Band on the field now, so we're going to take a break and listen to the music.
There they are, folks! The 2020 COVID edition of the Northside High School Marching Grizzly Band!
I really enjoyed listening to the Northside Grizzly Band, and well, sometimes we talk so much about the athletics, and but there's so many good programs at Northside with the band. You talked to Dr. Carrie Rathman, the principal of Northside, and she's so proud of all her students, and academically, all the different clubs they have. The cheerleaders, the cheer squad, and we're going to step back now and listen to the Northside, or watch the Northside Insteppers.
Please welcome to the field your 2020-2021 Northside Grizzly cheerleaders led by senior captains Greta Beasley, Jaylee Bolton, Britlin Burris, Abigail Evans, Keela Moss, and Ashlyn Teague.
about to run it, boy. You know how I'm coming. You know how I'm coming. Then I over, then I'm murder. I'm gonna if you want your money. Oh, baby, you be lying your verses. I be here and say you buy the person. I can't even lie, you ain't my type. You ain't even know that fine in person. I can guarantee you if you my kind, you got every bag you can imagine. Big house, I can really be bragging. 100,000 in my mouth, like what's happening? Not the big cheap tea, that's embarrassing. He and me, you can keep the comparison. My probably one of the baddest. Good girl, turning into a sad. This bitch got a problem in traffic. We can't do it, matching G-Wagon.
It's a little cool, right? RP Coke, right? RP 24. I can make cool 50 K, that's 24 out. Round with the pack through 2C mounts. 50 and sauce and leave 3 rounds. I'm thumping through it, I don't need no counter. Had to resuscitate a bit, my neck on the joint. I got oil, I got hill, I got west, I got flow. Burn on pre-roll, free-go, Pluto. Jump around hard when I hop in that Pluto. I just been sucking that pill named Hugo. Dirty like touching my combo.
I got big rocks jumping at my brand new petty watch. Ice, ice, baby, I got a whole lot. You use a nobody. You ain't got nobody. See, they know about it. They know about me. Step up on the scene, diamond blingy. Green, checkerboard, Louis V. I'm so fresh and so clean. Stuff them bands in my jeans. Slap them 30s in them things. Pull the trigger, let it sing. Then go smoke a Russian cream.
That was the Northside cheerleaders. They had it kind of flipped-flopped in the program. They had the in-steppers were supposed to be then. That was the cheerleaders. Now we're going to have the in-steppers who are taking the field now.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Please welcome to the field the 2020-2021 Northside In-Steppers. The In-Steppers are led by Captain Addie Evans, Senior Lieutenant Ebony Morris, and Junior Lieutenant Jordan Biddle. Enjoy their jazz routine to Expensive.
Let me tell you, baby, don't need
That was the Northside Insteppers. We're going to take a break and be back with Buck Ringgold, who's going to give us some stats. So stay tuned.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson Stadium. We are at halftime. Just had some great performances by the Insteppers and the Grizzly cheerleaders. It's 14-7. Mavericks jumped out quick, kind of shocked us here in the press box. Grizzlies kind of settled down a little bit. I think they're back now, Buck. Hopefully they'll get some direction at halftime. They're going to have to give up the ball. I'm not sure. I can't remember if they kicked off first or not. But anyway, they're going to have to make some adjustments in the half.
Southside got the opening kickoff.
So Northside will get it in the second half. So, Buck, let's talk about you first. Man, you've got a promotion.
Well, I guess you could say that. I'm in charge of all of the schools now in the Times Records immediate coverage area, which also means, I'm doing Southside in addition to Northside. I'm also, following Greenwood, and, I've still got the Oklahoma schools. So I'm getting to see the Mavericks play, and I'll probably get to see them play a few more times by the end of the year. Hopefully, if we get to have a full season. Obviously, I'd like to see the Grizzlies play a few more times too.
Well, that's definitely one thing that's on everybody's mind. And we said before this game, hey, if this is the only game we get to play, this is the one we want to play. So anyway, Buck, we appreciate you stepping in here with us to give us some stats, and as much as you can this year, we'd appreciate it. I know you got to juggle your schedule and try to get in when you can, but you're here tonight, so let's kind of hear what we had in the first half.
Absolutely. We'll start with the Grizzlies first. They had 121 yards rushing and 98 yards passing for 219 yards total. Dre Norwood had them with 9 completions out of 14 attempts, 9 of 14 for 98 yards, and then he also had 10 rushes for 53 yards and the 2 Grizzly touchdowns so far. So, like I said, he's kind of got into a groove there, in the second quarter.
I think the Grizzlies need to really kind of come back and be aware of those legal procedure penalties. They've been drive killers so far, but we do have a 14-7 lead, and we get the ball in the third quarter. So, what would be your suggestion for the Grizzlies?
Probably my suggestion would be to continue doing the things that they did, especially after Southside took that 7-0 lead. The Grizzlies came right back and went on a lengthy touchdown drive to tie it up. And then on the last touchdown drive, they went 13 plays. So if they could just maintain possession, keep the clock moving, and get some yards, they'll be in pretty good shape.
Well, we didn't really expect that from the Grizzlies this year with the change in offense. You were thinking, hey, we're going to get up and down the field extremely fast. You're not going to have those long, drawn-out drives. They're running that wide zone a lot, and they are getting some sustained drives, and it's not something we expected to see, but, well, you like seeing it.
Yes, and believe it or not, the most unbelievable stat so far tonight, Tyne Procise has only 5 yards total offense in the first half. It's taken a while to get going.
And they'll run him on some of those reverses, and if he ever can get around the corner, then, you can just about kiss him goodbye. That has not happened yet, and he's not really gotten an opportunity on a pass play. He's tried to make a couple guys miss, just wasn't there for him, and there was one play where he definitely had the step on the safety, and Dre just wasn't able to get the ball to him then, but could be a different game in the second half.
Yeah, like I said, if Northside can come out and continue to establish the tempo on offense, and if Procise can get going, really, that might really push them, push the lead even further. But, got to give Southside credit. They came out, they came to play, and you got to like what Coach Dameron's doing over there, and I think Southside's going to win a few ball games before it's all said and done.
Well, I think they will too. Being in the West, they're going to have Springdale, Rogers
schools,
Heritage.
Yes.
So, hopefully they'll get past some of those. And But, it's pretty tough up there, too. Bentonville West, Fayetteville, there are going to be some teams. And I heard Rogers was a little better than everybody had anticipated.
Well, you think on paper, and I still think the 7A Central of the two conferences, I still think the 7A Central is the tougher
I do too.
Of the two, because of the level of competition. Bryant, North Little Rock, and those, Cabot came on, Central came on, Catholic.
And I think Little Rock Southwest is going to be a good ball team.
And they hired a big-time coach, too.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be one. That's the last game of our season, and I'd rather catch them at the front instead of the back because they're going to get better and better. But Buck, we appreciate you coming in, and we're going to get back with you right after the game just to get the final stats.
Absolutely.
You've been listening to Buck Ringgold. Thank you. We'll be back at the start of the second half right after this.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on. Miss Anna's on Towson is quickly becoming one of Fort Smith's favorite haunts. We're now serving breakfast from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday. And don't forget about 99-cent Pie Tuesday. So whether you're craving some of our great kickin' chicken or one of our world-famous desserts, Miss Anna's is the place to be. 5001 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, 649-6300. That's 649-6300.
Contemporary townhomes, luxurious apartments, and the convenience of nearby businesses. Welcome to the Hub at Providence. Providence, at its heart, the Hub is an exciting new live, work, play neighborhood, unlike any other in Chaffee Crossing or the Fort Smith metro area, and you can be a part of it if you act now. Own, rent, and work opportunities are all options as this new venture community unfolds. Visit providenceerc.com to learn more and plan your visit.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson Stadium. 14-7 is the score. It looks like it has quit raining. I'll get a confirmation on that from Sarah Pendergraph when we go down to the sideline for a UFAS sideline report. She's going to try to catch up with Coach Fleur to get his take on the game so far and kind of what adjustments have they made at halftime. I think that Coach Fleur is coming over now to talk with Sarah. So let's go down to the sideline for a UFAS sideline report with Sarah Pendergraph. Sarah?
I'd like to thank Southern Star, Sawyers and Reichert Realties, the Griffin Company, for being the official team sponsors of Northside Grizzly football.
What'd you say to your guys at halftime to make them do something different this half?
We got to come out and play better. We did not play very good at all in the first quarter and got a little better in the second. We just got to we got to play. We knew they were going to come to play. This is a big game. We got to get our motors going.
We're looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Well, there you have it. I mean, he knew, Jeff, he knew they were coming to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him before the game, and, my enthusiastic attitude is, put it on them. Go out there and just do what you got to do. And he said, well, it's going to be tougher than you think.
Yeah, and you try to get your players to realize that, hey, this is Northside, Southside.
Yeah.
This isn't just your regular season game. This is Battle of Rogers Avenue. This is bragging rights. This is everything. And I think Northside may have taken Southside a little bit lightly and maybe believed their press a little bit too much. But what I liked about Northside, what they did, the adjustments they made was their running backs and their quarterback. And I was really impressed with Norwood with the way he was lowering his shoulder. And instead of trying to get to the corner like he did the first couple of possessions, he was lowering his shoulder running east and west on this field. Then he would cut it outside, and he had a lot more success when he was doing that.
Well, he is a Texas A&M commit, and he's an athlete that can go a lot of different ways, whether it's a defensive back or if it is quarterback, flanker. He just has a lot of talent, and they're going to use him the best way they can, and I know he's looking forward to that. He is a big-time player with a big-time future. Procise will go deep for the Grizzlies. Avante Tucker will go to the right side. He'll line up at about the 15. Procise will back up to the 5. Zion Morse, left side at about the 14. Isaac Banda has it teed up for the Grizzlies, and we're almost underway to start this second half. The ball is airborne, and it will go into the end zone. Bounces on the 1, but it will roll to the back of the end zone, so the Grizzlies will bring it out to the 25, and that's where Dre Norwood will set up his offense to try to get this third quarter off to a good start. Crabtree RV they are celebrating 70 years in business. They were founded in 1950 on Midland Boulevard. They're in Alma. They are there for all your RV needs. Be sure and check them out. They're going to be one of our sponsors this year for Grizzly football. We'll talk more about Crabtree RV here shortly. Norwood, he'll go empty, quads right, looks to the right side, he'll throw it, that's complete. Procise is hit hard by Eli Lyles. We haven't seen that formation tonight, but they'll go empty, Jeff, and have quads one side. That's usually to the short side of the field, and they'll try to break loose Procise. It just didn't happen then. A pickup of 4, second down and 6. If you're just joining us, it's been kind of a battle back and forth. A low-scoring game, 14-7. Now Norwood fakes the handoff, rolls left, wants to throw it. Now he'll let it go. He has Walker Katsavis, and it goes in his hands and out. Zach Medlin in coverage. Actually a nice throw.
Looks like there's a flag.
Norwood. Norwood started right, then peeled back to the left side, threw it on the run, had Walker, but Medlin was in coverage, did a good job keeping the ball out of Katsavis's hand. There is a flag on the ground. It's the second time we've had that call tonight. Second down and 7. We'll lose that down. It'll be third down and 7 now. Ball at the 23-yard line of the Grizzlies. Katsavis will go to the left side, which is the wide side, and he'll put Procise in the slot next to him. Norwood again out of the pistol. Seth Fields next to him. Norwood rolls left, looks for Procise. He gets him, but looks like he might be. That's going to be close to a first down. It should be. Nice job by Thaim Procise to find the sticks and pick up the first down. Hard play to defend. First and 10 for the Grizzlies. We have just started this second half. Tight formation for the Bears. Seth Fields in the backfield along with Julian Martinez. Norwood takes the snap, rolls right, can't get around the corner, and he is brought down for a loss. Couldn't see the Maverick that made the play, but Drayden could not get around him. So that's going to be a loss back to, back to the 28-yard line. It'll be second down and 13 for the Grizzlies.
You can tell that the Southside worked real hard on this week, not letting Norwood and Procise get to the corners or to the edges.
Well, Southside's got a little speed too.
Yeah, they do.
Trying to keep those guys contained is hard. Empty backfield for Norwood. Norwood looks right, throws right, complete. That's Katsavis. Katsavis makes a man miss. Gets over the 40-yard line to the 41 and to be close to a first down. Nice job by Walker Katsavis. Well, when the Bears go empty, you really don't know which way to go with them. That is a first and 10 for the Grizzlies. Nice pickup for Walker Katsavis. Now Julian Martinez will check back in. Ty Massey comes in for Seth Fields. He'll work in the backfield as Norwood works out of the pistol. Claps, gets the snap, hands it to Massey. Massey slashes right side for 8. He'll get up to the 49-yard line. Second down and short. 9 minutes and 30 seconds now left in this third quarter. Bears at the line of scrimmage. They'll go quick. Massey again. Nothing there. Massey may get back to the line of scrimmage, possibly pick up 1 yard there. I was talking to Walker Katsavis this summer about the new offense. He said, boy, you better be in shape because we're going about every 12 seconds. And we have a Grizzly down on the ground right now. Let's see if we can see who that is. I believe it's Jamoy Benton. Hard to tell. Got the Grizzly trainers out there checking on him. Now Coach Fleur will come over. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the status of Jamoy Benton right after this.
Baskin-Robbins. More flavors, more fun. From single scoops to custom cakes for any occasion. Top that, Fort Smith. Try our fast and friendly folks at our drive-thru as well. Baskin-Robbins, Phoenix Avenue.
When I talked to the Sawyers about some windows and the concrete work, they showed me several different options of things that they had done, and it all looked good. I would recommend Sawyers to anyone. If they came out and looked at my concrete, they could see the quality job that Sawyers did. They were very professional and top quality. They were on time and on budget. I am 100% satisfied with the work that they've done.
One of the things that we do in our office, you will not see a clipboard at the front desk. Please fill this out and we'll be with you shortly. We try to give you personal attention. I want people that come in our office not to just like me. I want them to like the team of people that's there. And I want them to feel warm and welcome. We're going to discover initially where you stand, make you feel comfortable, a little bit of laughter, and just like, you know what, this is just like breathing. Do it every day of my life.
Well, welcome back to the action. Jamoy was able to get off under his own power as Norwood goes empty set. He's in trouble, throws it over the middle. The ball is intercepted. It actually slipped out of Norwood's hand, and it was picked off by Hannon. And there, I think you can kind of attribute that to a slick ball because he was trying to get rid of it and it just slipped out of his hands. That will be a turnover for the Grizzlies, and the ball will be marked at the 40-yard line of the Grizzlies, or the 41-yard line. Now Luke Wyatt will try to come in and get his Maverick offense back in this ball game. Twins right, one left. Now Wyatt wants to throw, drops back, feels the heat. He's being chased and he'll be taken down. That was Demarius Davis on the sack.
That was huge.
All the way back to the 46-yard line. Second down and 15 for Mavericks.
46-yard line.
Wyatt looks to the sideline to get his play. He's going to have Jackson Riddle, who was a workhorse of the first half, in the backfield with him. Wyatt out of the shotgun. He'll want to throw again. Now he feels the heat again. He's just going to have to get rid of it, and he does. It's complete at midfield. He'll get to the 49-yard line. Good job. That was a pass to Riddle. But Wyatt was in trouble running for his life and was able to get rid of it to keep from losing big yards.
Put a lot of pressure on the quarterback these last two plays. Hope that's a signal of things to come.
Yeah, you think that was discussed at halftime? That if you want to stop him, you're going to have to put pressure on Wyatt because he is a player. Third down and 18. Big play here for the Grizzlies. Wyatt out of the pistol with Riddle behind him. Now he'll send a man in motion. Wyatt looks, throws deep. He's got a man open, but it is broken up. Nice play. That is Jack Green. What a great job by Jack Green. Ball was hung up, and Jack did the smart thing, Jeff. Instead of trying to intercept it, just break it up. It's going to be 4th and 18. That's going to send in the punting unit for the Mavericks. And the Grizzlies will send Avante Tucker and Thyme Procise back deep. as Gavin Grant comes in to punt this ball away. Now Grant will catch his snap at about the 40 or about the 36-yard line. Had to handle the snap, but gets the kick away, and it's a good one. Goes all the way down to the 4-yard line, where it is downed by Eli Lyles. That turned out really good for the Mavericks because had a hard time handling the snap to begin with and was able to get off a good punt. Got a nice Maverick bounce at the 5-yard line. That's where Dre Norwood will try to redeem himself over the slick ball, and you know he will.
Now, did they rule that an interception or a fumble?
Interception.
Was that an interception?
Yep. Jack Hannon, who is a senior defensive end, was there waiting on it. Good ball player. Remember watching him last year, and he is a disruptive player. Was just in the right place at the right time. Now Seth Fields and Dre Norwood will get this offense started. Tucker split wide right. Norwood backs into the end one, wants to throw, looks for Prosize. He's got him. Prosize hangs on at the 35. Nice coverage by Russell Key, but Prosize makes the catch for a first down. Key saves the touchdown, but gives up the first down and gets him out of the hole. Nice job by Dre and Thaim Prosize.
And give a little shout out there to the O-line. They did a great job, gave him good protection on that play.
Norwood looks to the left side. Little bubble screen out to Avante Tucker. Tucker to the 37-yard line.
Proctor on the stop.
Bring up second down and 8. 6:50 left in the third quarter. 14-7 is our score. Ball on the left hash. Tucker to the short side of the field. Prosize in the slot to the right side with Kitsavis. Norwood hands off to Seth Fields. Seth will grind his way for a couple. Now that'll bring up a third down.
For Southside.
Stephon Fack will check in. He'll go wide to the right side with Tucker in the slot with him. Kitsavis to the left side with Prosize. Fields in the backfield. Third down and 6. 6 minutes left in the third. Now Norwood. He'll drop back. Feels the heat. Tries to get away from him. Still on his feet. Makes a move. He's at midfield. Over midfield down to the 47-yard line. Dre Norwood makes something out of absolutely nothing. If we can get a replay of that, I would love to see how he got out of that mess.
That was a jailhouse break blitz on that. They blitzed everybody, and they missed him, and Norwood just made a great athletic play.
Well, we're going to not be able to get the replay. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Norwood gets the snap, goes left. Little pass to Avante Tucker. Still on his feet, but he'll be taken down near the sideline. Almost another first down. Let's see if they give it to him, and they do. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Mavericks. Bears have a good drive going. Some nice third down conversions. Good to get out of the hole in the very beginning when Prosize made a nice catch to get this drive rolling. Norwood hands off to Massey, right side. Massey tries to get to the corner. Now cuts upfield at the 30 to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 8.
Russell on the stop. Gain of 7 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 3 from the Southside 30-yard line.
Just under 5 minutes now left in the third. Grizzlies would sure love to get some points out of this to increase this lead, try to make it a 2-score ball game. Trips left side. Fack by himself to the right side. That's the short side of the field. Norwood hands off to Massey. Massey up the middle. Still on his feet. Now he cuts to the left side. He's at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, at the 5. He's knocked out of bounds. Great job by Ty Massey. That was Eli Lyles who had to run him out of bounds. Eli's had a big game tonight, but Ty Massey is a lot to handle. I want to talk to Buck Ringgold and find out how many yards Massey has tonight.
Well, he picked up 24 on that one.
We're in the Burton Pools and Spas red zone. Ball is at the 6-yard line, first and goal from the 6. Seth Fields comes in, gives Massey a break. Norwood out of the pistol, hands it to Fields. Fields up the middle, grinds his way down to the 2-yard line.
Boy, he ran hard on that play. Holy cow.
He does.
Man. He was full speed on his second step. And
Second goal for the Grizzlies. Norwood out of the pistol. Hands it to Fields. Fields into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 22, Seth Fields on the 2-yard carry.
Seth Fields takes the handoff off the right side and grinds his way into the end zone. 20-7 is the score. Grizzlies now will line up to kick the extra point.
Number 12, Steph in the back to snap. Number 2, Jet Frazier to hold.
Jet Frazier will hold. Slate Stanton, who is perfect so far tonight, will attempt the extra point. Fact, your long snapper. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 21-7 is the score. We'll take a break and be back with the Grizzly kickoff right after this.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at ACEC-ARK.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
We're just back in time for the kickoff, and Dagan kicked it all the way to the 1-yard line. Momentum almost carried him into the end zone, but he was able to bring it out to the 20-yard line. That was Javon Williamson on the return. I want to
and Rashawn Bishop on the stop.
Pass my condolences on to Coach Chad Frazier and his son Jet. Chad lost his mother last week, and a courageous battle, and I know he's struggling. Jet Frazier, her grandson, who is a defensive back, and he's also the holder. And heavy hearts tonight, and we just want to say how our prayers are with them, and she'll be in your hearts forever. Luke Wyatt with the keeper, left side, and he'll go for an easy first down over the 35 up to the 37-yard line. And I saw a lot of that from Luke Wyatt last year when we played them at Southside, and he is just as good this year as he was last year. Hand off to the right side for a couple. That was Riddle on the carry. Malik Thomas on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7, ball
and you can see the momentum, or not the momentum, but the upcharge in this offense. They're trying to move this ball as fast as they can. Wyatt clapping his hands. He wants the snaps. Got one back in the backfield. Stacked twins to the left side. He'll throw it to the left side. It's complete, but he'll go down for maybe a gain of 2. And that ball was complete to Cale Sheets, a senior wide receiver, but he had to go down to his knees to get it. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
Bond on the reception. Brings up 3rd and 4. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line of the Mavericks.
Big play here for the Bears. 3rd down and 4 from the 43-yard line. One wide to the left side. Now they're trying to draw the Bears off sides. It doesn't work. Wyatt has looked to the sideline to change the play now. He audibles out of it. He'll keep Jackson Riddle in the backfield with him. Works out of the pistol. Now White wants to throw, feels the heat, and he is taken down. And that is Malik Thomas on the stop. Big play for the Grizzlies. That's going to bring up a 4th down. That will force the Mavericks into a punting situation. Now, whether they do that or not, well, it looks like they will. That is the smart thing to do.
Buzz, I don't think Malik touched him. I think the wind with him running so fast, I think knocked him down. And that was just a great hustle play by Malik Thomas.
Well, Gavin Grant will come in and punt it away for the Mavericks with 2:07 left in the third. The two speedsters will wait at the 22-yard line. That is Procise and Tucker. Good snap. Gavin gets it away. It is a high, wobbly spiral. And the Grizzlies will just get away from it, let it bounce, hits at the 20-yard line. It'll bounce to the 15, maybe to the 14-yard line. Minute 43 left in the third quarter. Bears up 21-7. And we'll stay with it. I want to watch Dre Norwood come out and see if he can go 86 yards here.
Well, where'd they go last time, 95?
Yeah, that big pass to Procise to get it started.
Yeah.
Man, that was you just want to see him get behind somebody and just let Drayden air it out.
I don't know, missed what that penalty was, but it was half a distance to the goal, so it's against Northside.
Northside has lost the penalty battle so far tonight, but still up 21-7. Well, they'll take it all the way back to the 6-yard line.
Grizzlies will start this possession, 1st and 10. Ball thrown 7-yard line.
Now Julian Martinez back in. Ty Massey will work it running back. Norwood hands it to Massey. Massey goes right side, nothing there, and he is slammed down. And I'll tell you what, that is Sean Rogers that plays nose guard, Jeff. That's a man. He does a good job, and all these coaches know a lot about Sean Rogers. He had a brother named Kobe that was a running back for the Mavericks a few years back, and he looks a lot like Sean does, but he just got to run with the ball instead of tackling. 2nd down and 12 after a loss of 2. Norwood out of the pistol, rolls left. Looks for Fack. He's got him. Fack tries to shake a man, almost does, but he'll be taken down to the 15-yard line. Boy, Fack was close to shaking that one right there. Now, 3rd down and 2. 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
15-yard line of Northside.
Northside not in any big hurry. We'll try to make sure they get the right play called here as Norwood works with Ty Massey, who has been a workhorse for the Grizzlies tonight. Twins right, twins left. Now Norwood wants to throw, looks, throws it over the middle, looks for Procise. Please throw a flag, but they don't. Ball was overthrown. He was in double coverage.
Broken up by Lyles.
So that'll bring up a 4th down, and it'll send in Dagan Moore. Try to punt this one away. He'll be almost at his own goal line.
Something about that play made Coach Fleur unhappy. He wasn't.
Well, it all started off bad with that penalty that kind of got him backed up. 18 seconds left.
For the Mavericks.
Well, Dagan will be close to his end zone. Now Fack comes in. He is the long snapper, but they're going to have to take a timeout. I say we'll just take an opportunity to go down to Sarah Pendergraph for a UFIS sideline report. Sarah?
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
All
What's
right.
it like down there? Has it quit raining?
Well, it has quit raining, and everyone's masked up down here, so we're all following the procedures, and I feel like it's just a really good atmosphere. We just need to keep scoring those points.
Yeah, we sure do. We missed an opportunity with a couple of passes, and hopefully we get back with an opportunity to get this one in the end zone. I mean, I like having a 21-7 lead.
Oh, yeah.
It's good, but we got a whole quarter left.
I think less penalties will do the trick.
Hey, that's a nice looking shirt you have on there.
Oh, yeah, check
Grizzly
this out.
turn around. Film crew. Looks good. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks.
All right, Dagan will take the snap from Stefan Fack at his own goal line. Mavericks will have a man at the almost midfield. Dagan hits the punt all to the 40-yard line, where it is a fair catch made by Connor Austin.
With the fair catch.
So the Mavericks will have good field position with 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
And band members want to play. Please do your best to help us continue. Wear your mask, practice social distancing, and follow directives.
Now, normally Dagan, you watch him punt, he'll average 40 yards plus. His kickoffs will go in the end zone, but there's a lot of humidity out there right now. That ball, the air is heavy. It's just hard to get it to cut through. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks, down 14. Wyatt looks right side, throws complete. Goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That ball was complete to Gavin Grant. Now the Mavericks want to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. We've got 8 seconds left in this quarter. Wyatt wants the football. He gets it, looks right again. Pass is complete and goes out of bounds with 5 seconds left in the third. That was to Taylor Vaughn, senior wide receiver. No gain there. It's 2nd down and 10. Sorry, Jeff.
I thought they called that incomplete.
Well, it'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Popcorns, $2 pizzas,
With 5 seconds left in the third. Now Wyatt. He gets his call from Justin Key, who is the quarterback coach. Wyatt gets the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. That is Eli Lyles, or maybe that's Riddle. Let me see who gets up. Yeah, that was Eli Lyles on the carry, and that'll end the third quarter. So we will take a break. The Bears have a 21-7 lead. We'll start the fourth quarter right after we come back.
Miss Anna's on Towson is quickly becoming one of Fort Smith's favorite haunts. We're now serving breakfast from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Blue Plate specials served Monday through Friday. And don't forget about 99-cent Pie Tuesday. So whether you're craving some of our great kickin' chicken or one of our world-famous desserts, Miss Anna's is the place to be. 5001 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, 649-6300. That's 649-6300.
Contemporary townhomes, luxurious apartments, and the convenience of nearby businesses. Welcome to the Hub at Providence. Providence, at its heart, the Hub is an exciting new live, work, play neighborhood, unlike any other in Chaffee Crossing or the Fort Smith metro area, and you can be a part of it if you act now. Own, rent, and work opportunities are all options as this new venture community unfolds. Visit providenceerc.com to learn more and plan your visit.
Baskin-Robbins. More flavors, more fun. From single scoops to custom cakes for any occasion. Top that, Fort Smith. Try our fast and friendly folks at our drive-thru as well. Baskin-Robbins, Phoenix Avenue.
3rd and 7 for the Mavericks from the 22. Wyatt goes left, has room up the middle. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Grizzlies. That is the Z, Zephyr. He's got the ball, and he is moving. He's at the midfield. He's at 40. Zephyr at the 30. Zephyr at the 20. Zephyr at the 10. He takes it to the house. Xavier Zephyr picked it up at the 10-yard line with the fumble by Wyatt. Takes it all the way to the house. That changes everything. What a way to start the fourth quarter. Mavericks were on the move, going to try to make it a one-score ball game, but it all turned around with the scoop and score, baby. I love it.
Scoop and score.
Now they're going to kick the extra point. Always line up in the swinging gate. They'll look over at Coach Fleur, and he says, kick it. So Fack will snap it. Jet Frazier will hold it. Slate Stanton will kick it. He's 3 for 3 tonight. A good snap, good haul. The kick is up, and Slate is perfect tonight. 28-7 is the score after a scooping score from the Zephyr. 11:44 left in the football game. Bears up 28-7. We'll take a break and be back with Dagan Moore's kickoff right after this.
When I talked to the Sawyers about some windows and the concrete work, they showed me several different options of things that they had done, and it all looked good. I would recommend Sawyers to anyone. If they came out and looked at my concrete, they could see the quality job that Sawyers did. They were very professional and top quality. They were on time and on budget. I am 100% satisfied with the work that they've done.
"90-yard scoop and score by the Zephyr." You talked to Coach Curry about him, and he said, man, you talk about somebody that's got heart. He really does. He doesn't weigh $135, but he took it all the way to the house. I tell you what, you start getting a little tired there after you go about 75. You say, we're still going, baby.
He stumbled a little bit there, I thought, there.
Yeah, I did too.
50 yards down the field.
Well, Dagan Moore, his kickoff is away, and that one goes 2 yards deep, and that's Dagan Moore's leg for you right there. I think he's a little pumped up.
Yeah, he is. I think he's pumped up about being 4 for 4 tonight.
Oh, you talking about Slate? Yeah,
Slate, I'm sorry, Slate.
That was Dagan on the kickoff, but that's Dagan's potential right there is to kick it deep, and he did then, but I think his adrenaline's flowing.
Yeah, he's not a small guy either. He's pretty big old.
Dagan played.
Wow.
You know, he played some running back as a sophomore and wanted to play tight end this year, but they said no, we got to have you at kicker. Got a good shot there of Walker Katsavis and Thaim Procise. Luke Wyatt, he is down 3 touchdowns, 1 quarter left. Throws it right sides complete for a short game, probably 2 or 3. Yeah, Vashawn Bishop, and you'll remember this name, Jeff. Who does Vashawn Bishop remind you of?
Now, was he a receiver out there
No,
for Southside?
He's a linebacker.
Okay, oh.
Pass is complete from Luke Wyatt, and that was to Taylor Vaughn, and that'll be a first down. His number is 11. You remember a guy named Boo Travis?
Boo was my man. Boo Travis. Boo Travis, Conley Bones, Stetson Van Maitre. Those guys, wow, those are some football names.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Wyatt with a little indecision there, has to take off running, and he'll get 8.
Wyatt on the carry out near the 45.
I think that Matt Holenbeck, who was one of our quarterbacks last year, is in the house. If we can get Matt Holenbeck in here, I'd like to talk to him. I think he's in the next room. We'll try to track him down here on the change of possession.
Got a Grizzly limping off the field, number 2.
That's Jet Frazier. He has had some arm issues.
Yeah, that's a cramp.
2nd and 2. Wyatt, quick throw. The ball is in and out of the hands. That's Gavin Grant. That'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
3rd and 2.
Ball at the 38, at the 46-yard line. The 3rd down and 2, 10:53 left in this football game. Twins left, 1 right. Wyatt, hands off, right side. The ball was lost there for a second, but he picks it back up. Was on the ground, but was quick to get it back. Well, now that will bring up a 4th down.
4th and 1 for the Mavericks.
4th and 1 from the 47-yard line, but they don't have any choice but go for it.
Yeah.
With 10:32 left in the football game and down 3 touchdowns. Wyatt hands off up the middle. I don't think there was a chance that he was going to get the first down, but they stayed with it. Let's see where they mark it. I saw some marks last year and the year before that really got my attention, so I would never am 100% sure until I see the change of from defense to offense.
I think this one's going to go north side.
Yeah, he's going to want to measure it. I guess you can't really blame them.
No.
The Mavericks
August 31st, right here at Mayo
down
Thompson Stadium at
28-7.
against the Greenwood Bulldogs. Northside Grizzly football look like
The Mavericks
cheer
trying
on
to
the
get everything,
Rangers,
every
Rangers,
possibility
Rangers,
they
Rangers,
can.
the great seasons.
Now they'll stretch the chains out, and got a good view of it here on Grizzly TV. And let's see what happens, and it is short. So that will be the Grizzly football at the 47-yard line with 10:15 left. And I can promise you that Greg Kendrick is saying, let's light it up again.
Yes.
I feel a lot better, once we have a 4-touchdown lead. It's been similar for years. 35 points has kind of been the key number for the Grizzlies, with the exception of the year that Trey Norwood was the quarterback. It was 52-13 that year. But his cousin Dre will try to lead these Grizzlies to a 5th straight victory tonight. Ty Massey in the backfield with Norwood. Norwood pumps. He's trying to get out of trouble. There is no way he can get out of it. He's all the way back to his own 39-yard line. Really nothing there for him. Looks like he's trying to shake off a little stinger there.
Second 20, ball spotted.
Loss of 10, second down and 20 for the Grizzlies. Massey in the backfield with Norwood. Avante Tucker will go to the left side with Stephon Fack. Katsavis and Procise wide right. Norwood hands it to Massey on a delay. Massey over midfield, down to the 30 or the 41-yard line. He'll get back a lot of those yards that we lost earlier and give us a legitimate chance to get another first down to keep this drive going.
Half a step away from a first down, and I don't know if he'd have scored, but that guy just barely shoestring tackled him where he'd have had a first down.
Yeah, that was Landon Chafee, their all-star linebacker. He was all-conference last year and probably will be again this year. 3rd down and 5 for the Grizzlies. Massey still in the backfield. He'll get the call again. Massey grinds his way right up the middle, and it'll be close. He has to get to the 38-yard line to get a first down. Let's see where they mark it. That should be a first down, and it is. 2 nice plays by Ty Massey. He's having a real good night. Buck is keeping up with the yardage here, and Ty, who we expected a lot from last year, and he delivered, and obviously we expect it again this year. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Ball at the 37-yard line. Trips right, 1 left. Fields in the backfield now. Pass to Procise. Procise trying to get a block. They're going to say he short hopped that one. That is incomplete. Almost hit Seth Fields as he was trying to get upfield, but nice short hop there by Procise.
But he's so quick with his hands and feet, they almost missed
They
it.
almost gave it to him.
Yeah.
8:35 left in the ball game. 28-7 is the score. At some point, I want to get Matt Holen back in here. He may be in the next room. If we can get Matt in here. There's a pass to Procise. It's Avante Tucker for a touchdown. He had some one-on-one coverage. Dre Norwood picked it up, threw a strike to Avante Tucker for another touchdown. Great job by the Grizzlies. Now I feel a little bit better.
Yes.
34-7 is the score. Slate will come on for his 5th extra point. Now they're waiting on Walker Katsavis. I think they caught everybody off guard. That was a quick strike by Dre Norwood, but he saw Avante Tucker in man coverage, threw a perfect pass to him. Now Katsavis is going to hold, and I guess that Jet Frazier may have had some cramps, as you said. Nice hold by Katsavis. The kick is up, and it is good. 35-7 is our score. 8:29 left in the ball game. We'll take a break and be back with Dagan's kickoff right after this.
Weichert Realtors The Griffin Company provides an extraordinary real estate experience for both clients and agents. Now with offices in Bentonville, Springdale, Fayetteville, and Fort Smith, they proudly offer clients and customers the expertise you need when buying or selling. From contract to closing, their realtors are equipped with the knowledge and resources to ensure a smooth transaction start to finish. Visit them at 3920 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith or online at WeichertFortSmith.com. Experience the Weichert difference.
One of the things that we do in our office, you will not see a clipboard at the front desk. Please fill this out and we'll be with you shortly. We try to give you personal attention. I want people that come in our office not to just like me. I want them to like the team of people that's there. And I want them to feel warm and welcome. We're going to discover initially where you stand, make you feel comfortable, a little bit of laughter, and just like, you know what, this is just like breathing. Do it every day of my life.
Dagan's got it teed up at the 40. Parker Wehunt is deep for the Mavericks. He was a quarterback last year. Very good quarterback, good competitor, and I have not seen much of him tonight at all. Dagan's kickoff now will go to the 1 yard line. It is dropped and picked up over the 20 yard line to the 21 yard line. That was Javon Williamson who mishandled it at the 1 yard line, but he was able to get control of it and got it back out to the 20. First and 10 for the Mavericks with 8:23 left in this ball game. What started out a little suspect when they scored early, got a 7-0 lead, and then had a couple of passes that were just a little overthrown that would have gone for touchdowns. You know, but that's what you can expect from a game like this. Wyatt hands it off more to Williamson. Javon Williamson off the right side for a couple.
Aaron Carter on the tackle for Northside.
Second down and 9. Williamson will stay in at running back. Twins left, one right. Wyatt looks over the middle, throws almost complete, just out of the reach.
Wyatt's pass incomplete.
That was intended for Cale Sheets, just a little bit behind him.
Third down.
Third and 9 for the Mavericks. Wyatt throws, little overthrown and out of bounds. That was intended for Dimitri Lloyd. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth and 9.
And they will be sensible to go ahead and punt this away before it gets any worse for them. They're on their own 22-yard line. We've got Matt Holenbeck in the Bill Stansel press box with us right now. I want to talk to Matt a little bit about his career at Northside and kind of what he's doing now. We'll wait till we get this punt behind us. Got Procise and Tucker back. Punt a little bit high, but Gavin gets it off. It's just an upside down spiral, and it's going to bounce backwards, and it does. Hits at the 50 and goes back to the 49.
Number 20, Ty Jones.
You know, that upside down spiral, when it doesn't turn over, it hits and it is going to come back. Grizzlies with good field position, 35-7 lead. Matt, what have you been doing lately?
Not much, just focusing on college and watching a little football.
So what do you think about this game tonight? Started out a little bit weird, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a little scary to begin with, but
I hear you.
It's always fun to come watch these boys whoop up on the Mavericks.
Well, you kind of, I was talking to Seth Fields this week in practice, and I said, what do you think about it? He said it's going to be a smackdown. You got to love the confidence.
Of course.
Now you got Walker Katsavis in at quarterback. He's very versatile. He's a receiver. He can play quarterback. He can play defensive back. He's a really good basketball player. His parents, Alex and Stacy Katsavis, own George's.
Tackled by a posse of Mavericks.
Had our coaches show there last year, and I know that they're watching tonight, and their young man is definitely doing a great job. So, Matt, let's talk about last year. You were a holder for, what, 2 years, 3 years while you were here?
I held all 3 years.
All 3 years. So the first 2 years, that's really what you're doing the majority of. But you're a quarterback, and you hung in there, and you hung in there. And then last year, you got your opportunity at Little Rock Central. You were the starter. And I remember them scoring on their first drive, and they had a better team than what everybody really thought they had. Nice pass there by Walker Katsavis. You can see his talent. Roll right.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 players lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, previous spot. Replay first down. Correction, second down.
Half-price food at the band concession stand. All right, we have the winner of the Northside backpack, Ken Esau. Ken Esau is the winner. You have to come to the press box to collect the backpack. Once again, that is Ken Esau, the big winner tonight. King on the carry, out across midfield. Medlin on the stop. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Grizzlies. Ball.
I was actually planning on majoring in aerospace, so I could be a pilot.
Okay. Are you going to continue down that?
I think I will.
Well, good for you. Katsavis out of the pistol. Now he'll roll left, feel some heat, needs to get rid of it or get out of bounds, and he'll go out of bounds, but he's hit out of bounds. No flag there. So the Grizzlies have lost the battle tonight on penalties. There's a lot of unnecessary stuff, but really nothing's been called. Good job by Walker Katsavis. We got a 4th down, so probably see Dagan Moore come in and punt this away, and we will. Stefan Fack will be your long snapper. We're going to get a chance here to talk to J.T. Thorne. Very versatile player last year. We got J.J. Mills. Let's get J.J. in here. Dagan waits for the snap. Good snap by Fack. Punt is a high, wobbly punt, which will hit at the 20, bounce backwards all the way back to the 27-yard line,
Down by number 13.
where it is
Kavion King for the Grizzlies.
Kavion King made the necessary touch to down that football, so the Mavericks will come in with 6:15 left, down 35-7. J.J. Mills is with me now. I got to interview J.J. last year, and we talked about how fast he is, man. So you still got all that speed?
I think I do.
He's a good-looking young man, runs about 6'2", and he was a force for the Grizzlies last year. J.J., what have you been doing?
I've been working right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, mostly.
Do you miss it?
Oh, definitely.
Are you going to be able to catch all the home games?
Oh, I think so.
Well, we'd love to have you. It was fun watching you play last year, and I know you're enjoying this game tonight. Started out a little bit scary. You know, they got ahead of us, and we weren't really expecting that, you know, and the Grizzlies, you know, with this new offense they have, we were expecting, man, just going to score quick, kick off, get it back, score quick, and it just hadn't been like that. But, boy, we just warmed down there towards the end of the second half and then in the third quarter. So it's definitely gone our way. Any suggestions for these young men? You know all of them out there.
I would just say keep playing hard, keep your head up, don't stop grinding. Pretty much, just keep your head up.
There you go. So you're going to stay with us?
Yes,
We don't play again until September the 11th. That's in Greenwood. That's the second game of the year that we'd really like to win. This one and Greenwood. Then we'll be back here, I think, on the 18th for Harbor. That'll be a tough ball game. Well, let's get J.T. Thorne in here. J.J., thanks for spending time with us. We appreciate it. J.T. Thorne, number 8. He's a defensive back, return kickoffs, punts, wide receiver, kind of did it all. Basketball. What are you doing now?
Well, right now I'm actually playing football at Henderson State University right now.
That is awesome. Man, I heard you were thinking about Hendricks. Was that was that a chance?
There was a chance, indeed. I was going to go there at first, but then I decided to change my mind and play at Henderson State.
Well, I tell you what, you are definitely a weapon for them. What do they have you playing right now?
Right now they have me playing at strong safety.
Strong safety? Is that where you want to be?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I enjoy the contact and catching people off guard.
Are you going to try to play basketball there too?
Yes, sir. That's a possibility.
Okay. Well, you're definitely an all-around athlete, and we never knew last year really where you going to end up on the field. You know, are you going to be catching it? You threw some passes, didn't you, in your career?
Yes, sir. Indeed, I did.
Yeah. So what's Jackson and James Clayton doing now?
As of right now, I believe Jackson's studying at the U of A, and then James Clayton, my boy, JT, he's at UCA actually playing football right now.
Well, that's awesome. Maybe you guys well, y'all won't be on the same schedule. You're in different classifications.
Division.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he has a good career there. I know that he's upbeat like you are, team leader. Henderson State has got a very good program. I remember even when I was your age trying to get in at Henderson State, my dad's best friend was the head coach, and my uncle was the athletic director. I couldn't get a scholarship there. I don't know what I had to do. So I ended up at Arkansas Tech, and more than anything, made a lot of good friends. And college is a great time of your life, so enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jay, how are your grades?
Oh, really good.
Oh, they always are.
Yes, sir. I like to keep it that way.
I know. We're proud of you, and you just keep doing what you're doing. You're going down the right road.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's J.T. Thorne. Enjoyed watching him and his career, and I remember when he was a sophomore thinking, man, there's so many big things for him in the future, and he definitely delivered. Got to play on got a ring for a state championship in basketball, and was a hustler, and you knew if he was on the court, he was going to be scrappy for it. J.T., thanks for spending time with us.
No problem.
All right. Hey, if you're ever close, you're in town to the home games, come on.
Yes, sir, I will.
All right. If you don't mind, get that headset back to Jeff Ferris down there. I'd really appreciate it. 4:34 left in this ball game. Bears up 35-10. Josh Hardwick.
On the field after the game. Please stay off the field.
5'10" sophomore is in at quarterback. Gets a high snap there, but he'll go right over the 20, spins, knocked out of bounds at the 24. Well, I have the opportunity. I want to say thank you to Cox and Channel 22, Your View, for televising the Grizzlies this year. We really, really appreciate that. We hope that our viewers have enjoyed this broadcast tonight. It's always a lot more fun when you're winning, and I just thought for sure that we would be on the winning side before the game ever started, and should have known better than to be overconfident. Jeff, you know how that is in these big rivalry games, and
I think
I was guilty.
Yeah, I was too.
Well, Dagan hits a punt. It's a nice high wobbly spiral. Now it gets a Northside bounce all the way down to the 29-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 24, and that's more of what you see from Dagan Moore there. Good snap by Stephon Fack. Jack Green was down there in a hurry to down it.
And that ought to make him feel a little bit better. He's had bad bounces all night tonight except for that right there. So I hope that makes him feel a little bit better.
You got to turn it over. If you don't, then you're usually going to get that backwards, like it's like a sand wedge.
Well, you know all about that.
Yeah,
you know all about them sand wedges and them punts spiraling down the field and turning them over.
Coach Knight told me I didn't even punt a first down.
Virgil Don.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks at the 29-yard line. New quarterback in. I've heard some good things about this young man. His name is David Sorg. He is a sophomore. He's 6'5", 205. And they say he's got a cannon for an arm, so he's just going to get better and better, and kind of see a little bit of that right there. He's more of that, that drop back, get in a pocket type quarterback.
He looked pretty good there. That was a pretty good release and stood tall there and good looking throw.
2nd and 10. Sawyer gets the snap. Now he'll hand off left side. That's Williamson. Williamson with a nice move over the 40, goes out of the bounds at the 44. Well, I understand. I just got a text that we lost our audio while I was interviewing or talking to Matt Holenbeck. I hate that too, because Matt Holenbeck is one of the just a young man that you'd want your daughter to go out with. He's that kind of guy. And what he had to say is that he's going to school here at UFAS, who is actually sponsoring our sideline reporting. We sure appreciate them. But Matt was a quarterback last year for the Grizzlies, and he was a holder on the extra points and field goals for all 3 years, and he just hung in there and never gave up, got his chance as a quarterback against Little Rock Central last year, and just proved to everybody that he was meant to be in that position, and just had a great game against Central. And we really miss him. He was going to go to Henderson State and be in this aeronautics program, and I think he's still going to continue to do that.
And Ulysses Flores on the stop.
But he is a good young man. We'll get to talk to him again because he's living here in Fort Smith. He'll make all the home games.
Northside, 48-yard line.
3rd and 2 for the Mavericks. 2:30 left in the ball game. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Grizzlies. Sorg in the pistol. Now he'll hand off right side.
We hunt on the carry.
Over the 45 down to the 42-yard line. That was Parker Wehunt on the carry.
Ball be spotted.
I'd like to get updated on Parker Wehunt, Jeff, because he was a quarterback for a couple of years, and he is a senior this year, and he's a running back. They've had him returning kicks. Luke White with a snap again, hands it off to Parker. Parker is hemmed up, nowhere to go. That was Jacob Prairpan on the stop. Minute 42. The clock just ticks away on these Mavericks, and it'll be 5 years in a row.
Yeah, that's the seniors.
You got to love it for the seniors.
Yeah, never lost to Southside.
Yeah.
Even if they don't play another game this year, which, knock on wood, that won't happen. But if they don't, they know they beat Southside.
I know the coaching staff is going to be glad to get this one behind them. There was a lot of expectations, with the new offensive coordinator and the new offense that he's running and all the firepower that he has. And, boy, you saw glimpses of it tonight.
Yes, you did.
But a win is a win.
3rd and 9, ball spotted at the 43-yard line.
Can you call a 35-7 score an ugly win? Would you classify this game as an ugly win? 35-7.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah, it is.
Really, 35-7.
Yeah.
But you, with what they have and the potential that they have,
Williamson on the carry.
You'd like to see 49-7.
Yeah.
But 35-7, that's a good win.
And you know what Coach Fleur said coming back out in the second half? He said, we just didn't play well in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So we got to play well the whole time we're on the field. And I think that's what he was disappointed at. And I think he's going to look more at that than the fact that they won 35-7.
Oh, you will. Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, we're under 20 seconds, and they might just let this one run off. Wehunt will walk off the field. We're under 10 seconds now, and that's going to wrap this one up. 35-7 will be your final. The Grizzlies get a good win. There are 5 wins straight against these Mavericks. Kind of weird. First time in 40 years they've been in a different conference. We'll have an open date next week, and then we'll be in Greenwood on the 11th, and then Harbor after that. Would sure be nice to be 3-0 before you go play Bryant. And we have to play Bryant there. We're going to be traveling to Little Rock a lot this year.
Bryant at Bryant, and I hate to look ahead, but that's a conference. Greenwood isn't.
Yeah.
But Bryant, are they going to be that good again this year? They're just going to reload again, are they?
Yeah, it's theirs to lose.
Yeah, again. Again.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is definitely theirs
old
to
Buck
lose.
James is building something down there. Sounds to me like.
Yeah, I'm afraid that Little Rock Southwest will end up being like that too.
Well,
But Northside, and we get Sarah here after Coach Fleur talks to the team. And then I want to talk to Buck Ringgold about some stats. I'm really anxious to see how Ty Massey did. The coach will spend a little bit of time with his team. But, Jeff, I think you're right. He's just going to talk about, the fact that they gutted it out and, were able to get this win when you're down 7. You don't want to spot anybody 7, especially your crosstown rival. But we'll take a break, and we'll be back with Buck Ringgold right after this.
Weichert Realtors The Griffin Company provides an extraordinary real estate experience for both clients and agents. Now with offices in Bentonville, Springdale, Fayetteville, and Fort Smith, they proudly offer clients and customers the expertise you need when buying or selling. From contract to closing, their realtors are equipped with the knowledge and resources to ensure a smooth transaction start to finish. Visit them at 3920 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith or online at WeichertFortSmith.com. Experience the Weichert difference.
One of the things that we do in our office, you will not see a clipboard at the front desk. Please fill this out and we'll be with you shortly. We try to give you personal attention. I want people that come in our office not to just like me. I want them to like the team of people that's there. And I want them to feel warm and welcome. We're going to discover initially where you stand, make you feel comfortable, a little bit of laughter, and just like, this is just like breathing. Do it every day of my life.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
Whoa, doesn't time fly when you're having fun. Mike Blaylock with Blaylock Heating and Air Conditioning and Plumbing Services. For the past 35 years, we've had the privilege of providing service and York heating and cooling products to Fort Smith and the River Valley area. To have a red truck rolling your way, give us a call today. Serving Fort Smith and the area for 35 years. That's Blaylock Heating and Air Conditioning and Plumbing Services, 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Contemporary townhomes, luxurious apartments, and the convenience of nearby businesses. Welcome to the Hub at Providence. Providence, at its heart, the Hub is an exciting new live, work, play neighborhood, unlike any other in Chaffee Crossing or the Fort Smith metro area. And you can be a part of it if you act now. Own, rent, and work opportunities are all options as this new venture community unfolds. Visit providenceerc.com to learn more and plan your visit.
35-7 is the final. Down to the field we go with Sarah Pendergraph and Coach Mike Fleur.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. I know it's always exciting to beat Southside, so I know we picked it up there in the last few quarters. How do you feel about that game?
Well, I'm obviously glad we won. That's the most important thing. We were really sloppy tonight. First ball game, we got a lot of things to improve on, but it's a win. It's 5 in a row. And we're going to celebrate tonight and have a good time.
Awesome. Congrats on 5 in a row.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Jeff, it's a win.
It's a win. And a win's a win, and I think he just said he didn't. I don't think he actually said what he really wanted to say, but
or what you would have said.
Not on the air, not on the air. But no, he's glad to get that win, and they all are, and we all are up here. That they got that win, and I think when it was 21-7, the Southside was driving.
Yeah,
and that scoop and score,
it did it.
You could see air on the go out of the sails on the sideline.
Yeah.
All the heads
That's exactly
went down,
right.
and
you know when
that
you,
was it.
when you go back and look at this game as a coach and you see some of those passes that were just a little overthrown, and then it could have been really tight, and then you got the scoop and score, which is definitely a bonus. But the Grizzlies they're a better football team.
Yes.
With a lot of firepower, but the Mavericks brought more than what I thought they were going to bring.
Now, Southside has a new head coach, so all their terminology is different.
Yeah.
Northside has a new offensive coordinator. All of their terminology is different.
Then you switched all those other coaches around.
Yes.
You got Frazier as the linebacker coach, Hanson's the defensive line coach, Ted Neal's a running back coach. I mean, it is definitely flipped.
Well, here's the one good thing I saw tonight from Northside that I thought was really, really important. Their defense is obviously right now, and it's a timing issue on their offense.
Yeah.
But I think their defense is ahead of their offense right now a little bit, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want your defense a little bit ahead of your offense, because if you keep people from scoring,
Yeah, well, you definitely have a chance.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, come back with Buck Ringgold, and then Jeff and I will wrap it up.
Some banks can make you feel like a number because they're part of a bigger system that doesn't really include you, just your money. At Legacy National Bank, we're people you know, folks who will take the time to get to know you personally and your financial goals. We are committed to our region and you, our customers, because we live here and work here just like you. Your legacy starts here at Legacy National Bank.
Burton Pools and Spas. Check them out on their website, burtonpools.com. See their selection of hot spring spas, doughboy pools, and in-ground selections. As always, free spa and pool water testing. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun. burtonpools.com. Chlorine-free Baquasil pool care system. The difference is clear. burtonpools.com. With 2 locations in Fort Smith and Springdale to serve you. burtonpools.com.
For more than 50 years, Air Compressor Equipment Company has provided solutions for the oil, gas, and industrial markets, becoming an industry leader in custom fabrication. An unwavering focus on assembly, sales, and service means that whatever size project you have, ACEC can deliver what works. Air Compressor Equipment Company supplies to businesses working in the most demanding environments around the world, but is still a dedicated member of the Arklahoma community. Learn more at acec-ark.com. Air Compressor Equipment Company. Field tested, quality driven.
Miss Anna's on Towson is quickly becoming one of Fort Smith's favorite haunts. We're now serving breakfast from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Blue Plate specials served Monday through Friday. And don't forget about 99-cent Pie Tuesday. So whether you're craving some of our great kickin' chicken or one of our world-famous desserts, Miss Anna's is the place to be. 5001 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, 649-6300. That's 649-6300.
Baskin-Robbins. More flavors, more fun. From single scoops to custom cakes for any occasion. Top that, Fort Smith. Try our fast and friendly folks at our drive-thru as well. Baskin-Robbins, Phoenix Avenue.
Welcome back to Mayo Thompson Stadium. It is a 35-7 win. Grizzlies extend it for 5 years. The seniors get to graduate. They were never beat by Southside. It's a great feeling for them, and we really appreciate everybody that's chipped in tonight to help bring this broadcast. My color man, Jeff, he's been in here just, risking everything to make it, and we appreciate what he does. And I'll go over all that here in just a little bit. Buck Ringgold has got some stats for us. We got some halftime stats, and I was a little curious how Ty Massey was doing, and I'm real curious now what he ended up with.
Yeah, he was the leading rusher with 82 yards on 12 carries in the first half. He only had 25 yards. So in the second half, he had 57 rushing yards.
Great job by Ty, and all those yards are really hard-earned yards. There was nothing that was just a big gaping hole. He's a very strong young man, and we talk about Landon Chafee, who is an all-conference linebacker for Southside, and they hit head up one time, and he got the best of him.
Absolutely, and then we got to give Massey a lot of credit. We got to give the offense a lot of credit. Like I said, we talked about this at halftime. If they can just maintain possession, get some yards, run some clock, they'd be in pretty good shape, and that they did.
So give us the rest of the stats. How did Dre end up with his passing tonight?
All right, Dre completed 17 passes, 26 attempts, was intercepted once. 211 yards and that touchdown there to Tucker in the fourth quarter.
Dre, I think, only had one interception last year. That interception tonight was kind of a fluke. I think it was a wet ball, and he just kind of lost handle on it, and Hannon made the interception. And Hannon's a great player, just in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely, and then you got to give a lot of credit to Northside's defense. I mean, Southside was in Northside's territory a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then, only came away with 7 points. Obviously, one of the big plays there was that goal line stand there, opening drive of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, of course, the scoop and score there, first play of the fourth quarter, that just drastically turned the game around right there because Southside had a chance to cut 7 points there.
Yeah, and it was a game that, in the very beginning, it was kind of touch and go. They were a mirror image of each other. Northside finally started to pull away a little bit, but you're right. They were in our part of the field a lot tonight, and the defense did a great job.
Absolutely, and of course, there's a lot of things that still work on, and I think it's a good thing that they have 2 weeks off now in Greenwood. But the defense really came up big tonight several times, and like I said, the offense it took them a while to get going, but I thought they did a pretty good job moving the ball, moving the chains, getting yards.
What about Procise? What did he end up with tonight?
He had 4 catches for 41 yards and 5 yards rushing. So he, he had that big 30-yard catch there.
Yeah,
in the second half. So it really, boosted his yards there.
Yeah, that catch got us out of a hole.
Yeah,
and
that was a 95-yard scoring drive to open the second half there. They were pinned deep at the 5, and they went 95 yards to go up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was that's the way you want to start the third quarter, especially when you get the ball. You want to make the most of it, and they did. We go back to the Dre Norwood's pass to Tucker, and it was a strike. But you saw Tucker get in man-to-man coverage, and when he got the step on him, Dre noticed it, and, boy, he hit him.
He did. He sure did, and, that kind of put the game away right there.
Yeah. Did you see any of the Bentonville West scrimmage?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
That's Tucker was a defensive back last year, and so they've converted him to a receiver this year. And he caught a touchdown when Dre was kind of in trouble, and it was unbelievable, the pass that Dre was able to make. And he hit Tucker, right in the one in the back of the end zone. And you kind of saw them, man, that's a good combination, those two guys. But then you see Procise do what he does. Fact does a great job. He almost got loose for one tonight. And then Walker Katsavis, 6'4", 50-50 balls usually he owns.
And Katsavis, you mentioned him, good thing, 6 catches for 95 yards.
Yeah, Katsavis, he's just a big target.
Yeah.
And did you watch him as he was playing quarterback?
Yes.
There at the end?
Yes.
That's your future quarterback right there. He's was able to roll out and really throw some good passes. But he's a smart young man. We saw it last year as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Some of the decisions he made, football sense.
Yeah.
And that's not something you can really teach. You just got to be able to do it.
Absolutely.
So he's going to be a great quarterback for us next year. Buck, we appreciate you.
You bet, as always.
We'll try to catch you on all the home games. I think we go to Greenwood not this next week we're open, but then we'll go there then. And
2 weeks.
And that'll be another tough one. And then come back here for Harbor. Maybe we'll see you then.
Hopefully.
Thanks, Buck.
Hopefully we still have a season.
I hope so. That's exactly right. You've been listening to Buck Ringgold. We'll come back, and Jeff and I will wrap it up right after this.
Now is the time. It's the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. During the 2020 model year closeout at J. Pauley Toyota. All new Corolla, $189 a month, or new RAV4, $269 a month. The time is now at J. Pauley Toyota. Get 0% for 72 months. J. Pauley Toyota, I-540 and 0, Fort Smith.
Weichert Realtors The Griffin Company provides an extraordinary real estate experience for both clients and agents. Now with offices in Bentonville, Springdale, Fayetteville, and Fort Smith, they proudly offer clients and customers the expertise you need when buying or selling. From contract to closing, their realtors are equipped with the knowledge and resources to ensure a smooth transaction start to finish. Visit them at 3920 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith or online at WeichertFortSmith.com. Experience the Weichert difference.
5-7 was the score. That makes this overall record 33, 25, and 2. And in the last 5 years, we've stretched that out a little bit. It was getting pretty close.
That's getting really, really, really close. And like I said, the last 5 years, 5-0, and if things keep going like they are, 6-0 after next year. But great job tonight by Northside, like what Buck said about their defense. I think their defense kind of rose up there after they gave up that quick score to them and fell behind 7-0. They didn't hang their head. They just went back out there and went to work and started playing a lot faster and playing through the whistle and taking care of responsibilities and taking care of their area. And you know, it's like Elvis Presley, TCB, taking care of business.
Baby,
and lightning bolts and things like that.
And everything.
And they quit missing tackles, and they were making sure tackles. And after that on that touchdown run, how many tackles did they miss on that?
Yeah, you know something that I kind of caught my attention. Keith Evans was just here in the press box, and Keith is the play-by-play for Southside. And I know he's ready to get it going. Keith, you got a lot to look forward to, though, there. Yeah. That looked good. Started out real strong. That's right. I do what? Yeah, that's exactly right. Thanks. Keith Evans, who's been a long time play-by-play for Southside, does a great job for them. He just came in to say, congratulations to us as he leaves. But you talk about you just didn't get the practices in this year like you normally do because of the virus. And so when we played Bentonville West, that was like just our third practice. They considered that a practice. The thing about that particular game, it's a refereed scrimmage, no turnovers. And then tonight, I think there was just one turnover, unless somebody corrects me on that. But that was a fluke that happened. So that's something solid that you can build on.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that all coaches, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, but we're talking about football now, but all the coaches in all the sports talk about turnovers.
Yeah.
And Coach Fleur's not in there. He preaches turnovers, taking care of the ball. And the defense talks about stripping the ball and intercepting the ball and scooping and scoring. And you don't think they don't work on scooping and scoring? You know they do. Every day they
paid off.
Yeah, they work on that every day. And they work on form tackling every day. And they work on head up, chest up, club up, wrap up. They work on all that stuff every day. And it paid off. And I like the way the Grizzlies kept their composure tonight. And when things weren't going well for them early in the game, they didn't get down. They didn't start pointing fingers. They didn't do anything. They just held together and stayed together and played together. And then when things started going good, they just kept snowballing on.
Well, that's something that you can definitely build on, and you can look forward to it, when you get ready to play Greenwood, because you can expect the same type of game there as you just got tonight.
Absolutely.
And you talk to any of these Grizzlies, and, years ago we didn't play Greenwood. It was all about that crosstown rival. So that's the thing. If you can win that game, that was a winning season regardless of everything else. But now it's, you can go about 50-50 on it. You ask these kids now, who would you rather beat, Southside or Greenwood? And there'll be some of them say Greenwood.
Yeah, they would. And
I get it.
Well, and I get it too when you have a program as successful as Greenwood's been the last 20 years, winning eight state championships since 2000, 8 or 9, and been in this championship and runners up for 2 or 3 more times. And so that's. You want to beat the good programs. You want to beat the championship programs because that puts you back up where you think that you belong or that you belong. And when you can compete and beat those teams, then you feel like you're back on the championship level.
Then Greenwood, after they get through playing Northside and Southside, then they get in that conference. And, it's not anything like what we deal with. When we get through playing Greenwood, okay, we got to go to Bryant. We got to go play Harbor. We got to go North Little Rock, Cabot, Conway. Yeah, it's a grind. It's like being in the SEC in high school.
And you mentioned a while ago that Little Rock Southwest. You don't think
they're going to be good?
They are.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, thank you.
You're welcome.
For your contribution tonight. We appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up for tonight's broadcast. Grizzlies win this one 35-7. They extend the win streak to 5. I want to say thank you to our listeners, our fans, our sponsors. I want to say thank you to Cox, Your View Channel 22, for broadcasting the Grizzlies. We really appreciate that. G2 Media, Darren and Kim Gardner, thank you so much for what all you do. I mean, there's so much on your plate. We appreciate it. We know you have other schools that you have to broadcast for, and Darren was here tonight and our first broadcast, and we really appreciate that. Zach, you're the man, our producer. We appreciate you. Joe, I tell you what, if anything, man, he can help us get everything in high places, can't he? He runs about 6'3", 6'4", something like that, and he is a computer whiz. So we appreciate you guys and everything you do. Sarah, Dexter Pendergraph on the sideline, Alicia O'Neill, Ashton Little on the cameras. What a great job they do. The Grizzlies will be open next week, and then we'll travel to Greenwood on the 11th. The coach, Mike Fleur Coach's Show, will be on Thursday the 10th at 6. Then pregame will be at 6:30, and the kickoff will be at 7. Grizzly TV, Cox, Your View, Channel 22, 98.7 The Cross will carry the game. So on behalf of Mike Fleur and his Grizzlies, I'm Buzz Sawyer saying so long. From Mayo Thompson, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Until then, stay safe, be prosperous, and go Bears.
One of the things that we do in our office, you will not see a clipboard at the front desk. Please fill this out and we'll be with you shortly. We try to give you personal attention. I want people that come in our office not to just like me. I want them to like the team of people that's there. And I want them to feel warm and welcome. We're going to discover initially where you stand, make you feel comfortable, a little bit of laughter, and just like, you know what, this is just like breathing. Do it every day of my life.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
You're watching Grizzly TV.